Welcome back, everybody. I hope you got a snack. I hope you got a drink. If you aren't casting, I hope you are able to go grab a beverage. Drink a beer for me. All I have is just is tea that I made this morning. This is my last amount of caffeine that I've prepared for the day. I actually really like this. Instead of introducing the team, let's talk about tea instead. Now, we got ourselves another great best of 5 series, the final best of 5 for day 1 of Heroes Lounge S Division playoffs. Thank you all so much for joining me. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all so much for being here. Thank you for the host. Oh, seriously, thank you so much, Ziltoid, for the host. Thank you. Welcome, everyone, from Ziltoid Stream. We are currently we're casting some amazing games. You can tell that it's been a bit of a long day. We are currently at 7 hours and 17 minutes. This is so far my longest stream I think I've ever had for casting on my channel. My Baja Blast will be here soon. Thank you so much. Oh my god. Wait, did you get Taco Bell Tatsuki? Like, we could be talking about draft instead. No, let's actually dive onto the maps really quickly because I'm sure we're all curious about those. Coin flip was won by the members of the Lost Boys. They have first pick from that. Alterac Pass was banned out by the members of Team Good Guys. And Sky Temple was banned out by the members of the Lost Boys. Dragonshire is going to be our first map chosen by did I write this down right? Hold on. Yeah, I think I got this right. The first map's going to be chosen by Team Good Guys, and it's going to be Dragonshire. Okay, yeah, no, we're right, because first pick went over to the right-hand side. So we're all good. So we have a Johanna Sylvanas banned out. Makes a lot of sense. We saw the prowess from Johanna throughout today, as well as the Sylvanas priority. She's just so strong in pushing towers as well as pushing lanes. We have the Anubrek and the Jaina going to be on the right-hand side as well, so it's really good blow-up, really good lockdown, and just set up for that team. Abathur will be that first pick, so we're finally going to get an Abathur game. We actually, not finally, we had an Abathur game earlier, but we're not going to be seeing it banned out constantly. Wait, hold on. My teams are backwards. I knew I had something wrong. Taco Bell delivered. Big scary duck. You beautiful. Oh, I envy you all so much. Sorry, let me, there we go. Let me fix this really quickly. So Team Good Guys is going to go up against Team Good Guys now. The Lost Boys. Okay, I just want to fix this really quickly in the background as well. I knew I had something completely wrong with that. I was like, I don't have this right at all. All right, well, we're going to keep that as it is. That's absolutely fine. We'll fix the other stuff in the background later. Let's get into our draft because this is where the fun's going to be. So we have a Garrosh and a Malfurion going to be banned out here as we've progressed so far. Malfurion to ban out against the Chen Ana, or the Chen Tracer, because they need something in that healing department. Looks like they're actually favoring that on the side of the Lost Boys. Team Good Guys. Oof. Because I was a little surprised about this draft. Also, I saw TGG Noah on the right-hand side. I was like, wait a minute. But this is going to be a Ana and a Junkrat on the left-hand side. Oh, and... No, we're fine. Sorry, I was jumping around there. I moved team names around. I got Talking Trees mixed up with Tree. I was just Tree, and I was like, wait a minute. No, it's different. Man, I might do Taco Bell Delivered, because it's good. But this is going to be the last 2 picks coming out from the members of Team Good Guys. Abathur, Raynor, Imperius, they're going to need a main tank as well as a support if they want to go into that realm, and that's going to be an Uther and an ETC, so they're looking to do a double Jimmy. This is Jimmy, and an Uther with a Divine Shield, so like a Holy Cow composition is what we're looking at here. And this last pick to come out from the members of the Lost Boys, Chen, Tracer, Ana, Junkrat. Typically, we would see a main tank right here. Something like a Garrosh wouldn't be horrible. I don't hate the idea of an Arthas, but they'd have to step really far forward. Well, that would actually work with the Tracer if they're going to step forward like that. But Muradin is going to be picked up. A little bit more mobility with said Muradin, and a little more sustainability as well. Arthas does have their own way of healing, but I think the Muradin is a little bit stronger in that right. So overall. Wait, did Unavertive leave TGG? It appears so. Unless they didn't make it. Like, they couldn't make it to the thing. I don't know. I like both these drafts, but the aggression coming out from the Lost Boys is a little terrifying. I'm not gonna lie. He's so happy right now. He got to eat. He got to run around in the backyard. Like, he's just like, all right, cool. I'm good for the rest of the stream. That's whatever. That's a nice way of putting it. Oh. Okay. Sorry, I just want to update something on my own sheets on my end. So So yeah, the Lost Boys. Yeah, the Lost Boys are up there, and then we have TGG. I'm just making notes in my notebook, so at least I have this correct in the future, because I had it wrong as we were getting into this game. Can I update that quick enough? No, we're gonna be loading in here way too quickly, so we'll hold off. We'll update. I just want to update something in the background. I just want to update the team name so it says it properly. This. Crap. I think I'm going too slow now. My speed run isn't gonna work out. So. There we go. Okay, we're slowly getting it. Sorry, I'm just updating the map stuff in the background so that way when we do the map bands next time, it's going to show properly. Alrighty, we're loading in. We're here. Thank you all so much for hanging out. I really do appreciate it, and I'm super pumped to get into this last best of 5. Thank you all so much for joining me. If you haven't already followed the stream, please go ahead and do so. I do a lot of casting for Community Heroes of the Storm, whether it's Nexus Gaming Series, whether it's Heroes Lounge, whether it's Heroes Hype, whether it's Bush League. I've worked with JHow as well as the Testbook Collegiate Series to bring you that, and I hope to God that they do that again because that was so much fun, and I really, really would love to cast with them again. Cattle was actually doing one of the other days, and I was like low-key hoping that JHow couldn't make one of the days. Not in a bad sense, but like I kind of wanted to cast with Cattle one time because like it'd just be cool. Like I've never gotten to cast with him. Love JHow to death. It's just I've never gotten to cast with Cattle, and it'd be interesting just to see his perspective because he brings a lot of information to the table. But speaking of things on the table, we got a game. Let's get into this. On the left-hand side, we got the members of the Lost Boys. We are going to be having Collusion on the Ana. Zergling is going to be on the Chen. We have Hosty going to be on the Tracer. Talking Trees will be on that. Junkrat and Cattle rounds out the draft on the Muradin. On the right-hand side, we've got the members of Team Good Guys. We've got How on the Abathur. Just this slight, like, little, like, every time he hearts. Anyways, BKB is going to be in the ETC. Deagle Dan will be on the Imperious. We're going to be having Legacy on that Uther, and Noah rounds out the draft on the Rainer. Let's go ahead and check out what our lanes look like here, as it's just going to be a little poke between the two. Okay, so I'm just reading. I'm reading our little admin chat, making sure I'm not missing anything on that. Shredded Wind, thank you for the follow as well. I appreciate that, my friend. I'm glad you're all enjoying the stream. Sorry, I'm just also making sure that I'm missing anything in other channels. All right, we're good. We're good. We can just dive right into this game here. We do have that third win for the Muradin as well, so they're going to be trying to pick. Oh, Noah almost getting hit by that concussion mine from Talking Trees. That would have been a devastating. I would have expected that to be a pickup, but we have a pause immediately into our game right now. So throw your 3-2-3s in chat. Let's see what's going to be going on. Cat aggro apparently. Here's the thing. I know that Cattle actually has a pretty aggro cat, so. Like, there was the time when I think he had to, like, leave mid-stream because, like, the cat was knocking stuff off the counter. But we're back. We're good. I think he might have just been like, cat, stop, please. Like, give it a, you know, I'll play this best of 5, and then you have all of my attention. At least that's what I told Bandit beforehand. Like, we're done with this. I'm turning off my computer, and I'm going to go sit in the living room or outside, and it's just going to be him and I. That's it. That's really all I want to do after this because I enjoy Heroes of the Storm, but man, oh man, do I want, like, I just want to relax. It's mostly just the light that's shining right in my eyes constantly. It's a little draining right there, but thank you all for being here. Thanks for watching the games. We are in our game 1 of our best of 5 series. Let's get into the Zergling and Deagle Dan going to be battling it out on top. And I think this is what we're going to be watching. We don't need to, like, we don't care about the camps or anything that's being picked up. Zergling versus Deagle Dan is where the jam is at, because solo lane, honestly, we rarely get to see solo lane in action, so I'll do my best to keep jumping up there, here, and there. But let's actually get some vision priority for these teams as well. We can actually, let's click on Noah right there, or Collusion, excuse me. We don't see any of those stacks going to be popping up, but bottom lane's going to be a little bit of a back and forth. Chen going to be starting to drink in top lane. Let's see what Deagle Dan's able to do with this Chen. Kick going to be going out. Going to hold this for now. Tracer with the pulse bomb onto BKB is going to be forced back as well. We do have Noah in this bottom lane getting pushed back quite a bit. That's going to be a nice... Oh, man, that root from Talking Trees is really good, but Legacy with a great heal as well as the self-heal onto Rainer themselves. Let's actually get the vision for Deagle Dan right now, as actually, look at this top lane. We have a 2v1, and Deagle Dan is going to be going down. Realistically, it was like 1.5 versus 2, because there was an Abathur hat, which was helping out, but Legacy so very low in bottom lane. Is there enough healing? Can they get the healing in time? Yes. Channel's available, and we have Muradin going into mid. Kettle trying to get this pick up. BKB is not allowing that to happen. One auto here and there. Stormbolt at least stacking that up right there. They don't have the level 1 perfect storm, but they are going to be going. They do have that baseline storm bolt. So hitting heroes with that is going to. Isn't it pass through? Correct? Yeah. Oh, it's cooldown reduction. Sorry, and that's going to be Raynor going down in bottom lane. My apologies. As these traps have been so strong, and now, wow. That is going to be a very, very quick pickup onto this Dragonite. This is pretty much like the same Dragonshire we saw from OSD. Like, they picked up this Dragonite super early. Actually, I want to note this really quickly as well. We've had three of the best of 5 series today. The last 3 best of 5 series have all started on Dragonshire. The only game that didn't was the Looking for Work versus Celeb Gaming first match of the day, and that started on Volskaya Foundry. So it's a cool little note. Like, all these teams really like to go to Dragonshire for their first map. And I'm gonna have to ask the teams after that why that's their priority. Whether it's the macro decisions, the micro, or is it just it kind of tests them on everything. Camp timings are a priority as well. It's a fairly chaotic map in the sense of, at least when I'm casting it, there's so many things going on. For example, we have Kettle just diving into this, but I was gonna note that the top lane was actually having a bit of a brawl, but they seem to be backing off on that one. Dragonite gonna be continuing to push down to this bottom lane. There is about 18% or a little bit less than that on the Dragonite. I think the timer expired right there, but Muradin is also going to be expiring, so it's a 2. Another pickup in favor for the members. Actually, no, that's going to be first blood for the members of Team Good Guys. But Abathur does have level 7, which means they have Mule. And you can see that bar just ticking up. It won't, I don't think it's going to get back to full, but you'll be able to drop 2 Mules. I think it's a 60-second cooldown onto that, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 60 seconds, so every minute you can drop one of those, and Zergling in a rough spot. Gonna kick out to a minion right there. The enemy minions being in the right spot for that Chen right there, but oof. And now, does BKB go for the invade? No, they're not going to. Let's actually see what we have vision-wise for the members of the red team, as they're just going to be playing around these maps. We did see the Uther going back to get full mana and health, and now Cattle going to be coming down here and trying to put some pressure onto BKB. We can actually get the vision for Cattle right now, and now they're seeing a Raynor down here as well. Going to be doing a little bit of a wraparound, potentially setting up for... Oh, that Stormbolt would have been some good setup, but now ETC is going to be just walking their way back to the siege camp. Cattle doesn't know that they're on this. Cattle doesn't really, I don't think they know that anyone's over here, so if they step a little too far forward, that might be risky. Gonna throw out a Stormbolt. Collusion gonna get a Sleep Dart out there as well. That's gonna be another Mule coming down, as noted before. It's, as I said, like, it's not gonna heal it up to full, but they mitigated quite a bit of damage that was already put onto it, and this is also going to be a lot of damage. The follow-up onto the Junkrat, really good synergy coming out from the members of TGG as they pick up a second kill for themselves. Meanwhile, in top lane, we're gonna be having Abathur trying to push back this lane as Chen is just being forceful up here, just trying to push his belly right onto that gate. Tracer plus Ana. Tracer plus Ana plus Junkrat equals Team Overwatch. it's Team Overwatch, yeah. They supplemented a couple, WoW heroes in there just to balance it out. Zergling, can you live through this? Can you drink through the pain? They step back forward. Hello? Maybe they knew that they were going down, so they were just like, let me just at least harass. I'm not sure on that one. Maybe that was just, they knew that they were going down, so it's whatever. But ETC is going to be putting some pressure onto Cattle right now in the mid, and that's also going to just the back and forth between these two players. I'm loving it. Like, tanks, when they're just like pushing each other's face, it's like you're not doing enough damage to get value. ETC going for the channel. They do have the Abathur hat as well, going to force Cattle into some of these mines over here on the left-hand side. Look at Imperius rotating down. They're going to be coming through this bush. They're going to try and get that Celestial Charge follow-up onto the ETC. The knockback actually anti-synergizing. The 10s just get there in time. Cattle able to hit control 1, picks up the Avatar form, and now they're going to be stepping forward. That will be 1 Stormbolt in their favor. They also get the channel onto the bottom lane as well. Riptire coming out. Dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Oh! Whoops. They actually get the clear onto that before Junkrat can explode it. If actually Junkrat was a little bit faster in exploding it, not trying to get both in there, they definitely would have been able to pick off, I think, a kill right there. But Power Slide onto 1. Mosh Pit was used, and they get the insta pick onto the Junkrat. They don't continue the dance party, which I'm a little disappointed in. I'm not gonna lie. Usually when you mosh, like, you don't mosh for the 1 kill, you mosh for the dance party. Bottom lane will be held over by Noah right now. Chen in a weird spot. Maybe going to kick over to the other side. I don't think they can see the Bruiser camp on the other side of that wall, so they're just going to continue to brawl out. But Deagle Dan, with his Abathur hat, is going to get a ton of value. They do have the Storm, Earth, and Fire, and they also do have Ana with the Eye of Horus right there. You can see those shots coming across the map, going to heal them back up. BKB trying to get the mountain, just gets dismounted. I love that. Like, Ana's got one more shot. Why not? Just stall you out a wee bit longer here, as this is going to be another Shrine phase continuing to go back and forth. We do have that Chen still up in the top lane into Imperius. We are going to be having Legacy getting the stun onto Cattle, as they are going to be trying to step forward. Chen going to be battling out into this in this top lane. We're actually going to jump up here because bottom lane's a little bit of a slow pace right now. Can they get the channel is the question. Zergling versus Deagle Dan with this Abathur hat is not going to go over well. They do have their heroic. Are they going to be able to pop it in time? There, it's going to be popping up, and now they have the Storm, Earth, and Fire jumping into this. The channel is going to be contested for now, as bottom lane is going to be held back over. They have pinched, they have like pinched Deagle Dan in this corner, but Zergling is starting to. Well, realistically, it's not that. Oh, that's the big deal right there. Is they end up losing their Chen. That's going to be top lane going over in favor for the members of Team Good Guys. And now BKB and friends are looking to pick up a Dragonite. Can they pick up the second one of the game? Hosty and friends say no. They're going to jump onto this point, and that's just going to be the UN channel, the D channel. They'll push it back to mid. Power slide from the ETC. No mosh pit was up for the next 20 seconds, so they're going to have to back off right there. But Cattle and friends are very low. They're going to be maybe getting their way onto Collusion. Don't make it through the gate. Cattle going to get the 4th win. How with no health? I mean, this is an Abathur clone, but still, keeping that alive for that little extra healing, that's huge. Junkrat will be in this mid lane as well. Talking Trees has a great opportunity to just continue to poke on this. They don't have any sort of upgrade for the endless nades or anything. I think that's 16 if I'm not mistaken. So they won't be able to continually poke out, but at least they're going to be doing a great... No, they're going to be rotating into bottom lane. Chen going to be in mid lane, going for the defense right there. Hosty now going to be backing off right there, but they also need to worry about that mosh pit. Concussion Mine throws them away from the friendly team. Imperius doing good in Chen? Yeah. Imperius is doing a very good job in the Chen, and now they're going to be actually coming back here. Do they have a mosh pit up and available? No. They might have actually been going for it, but they didn't even need it in the end. Cattle getting body blocked right there. There's going to be the dance party for one. Ana with the Eye of Horus. That's going to be the Riptire coming out, and the damage is way too much, and they still end up getting the pick. No availability for anyone to pick up the Dragonite unless Abathur were to literally just burrow into this mid lane. But I don't think the enemy team can see it, or I guess the friendly team can have vision right there, so they'll back off. Chen's going to be going into the top lane, so they stop that for now. Looks like Talking Trees will be doing kind of the same thing, but this is going to be the wraparound from Deagle Dan. I guess not. I thought they were going to Celestial Charge through that and try and get the pickup with the Abathur hat, but maybe not. Imperius plus Abby hat? Yees. It's strong. Private dance. Sorry, it took me a second for that, Phoenix. I was like, private dance. Like, I don't do those on. Oh, for the Muradin, or for actually, so far 2 kills have been solidified by these private dances by the ETC. That's what I think. Thank you so much, Phoenix. That's what we're gonna call them. Solo moshes are now private dances. Sorry, I just need to chug tea for the second here. Sorry that we're not really looking at anything, but this is also going to be... Let's actually cycle through some of the other numbers. We have a decent level lead coming for the members of Team Good Guys, and we're going to see where that experience is coming from after we look at some siege damage and other healing some other numbers as well. Legacy is going to be jumping out of this point. They go for the halfway channel, but they want to take the fight instead. Sleep Dart goes out into 1, and Deagle Dan tries to go for the Celestial Charge once again. Doesn't nail it right there. Camp was picked up by the members of the Lost Boys. Concussion Mine going out as well. Nice use of the Pulse Ram into Noah, who's able to just walk away right now, and then BKB is going to be stepping forward as well. That is going to be the Rainer Raider coming out. Rainer's Raider. Riptire comes out, and mostly focused on Deagle Dan, who isn't going to be going down from it. Maybe losing half their health bar, and Cattle and friends want to dive further forward. I think that Dwarf Toss might have been just trying to get this. 2, 3, 4, 5. That, I don't know if that would have gotten it, but I'd be terrified if I was that slug. Meanwhile, in this bottom lane, Ana's going to be going down. No private dance for them, and Hosty, woo, almost going down right there, but the Ana was taken out during the mosh pit. Nice knockback from BKB. Power slide coming through. That's going to be Muradin. No, Muradin doesn't go down. The Concussion Mine is going to be saving them for now. Look at this. Watch this. The third one's going to proc. They get another Dwarf Toss over the wall, and they're going to be absolutely fine right there. Really good place coming out from the Lost Boys, but still, we've got about a level deficit coming out from the Lost Boys as they, nice cleanse from Legacy, right on point, as there's a Stormbolt coming up, but that's going to be the Divine Shield thrown onto the Rainer as well, and they turn this around. They're going to be like, cool, let's just put some damage in. Hosty being targeted by the Raider as well, as the Cattle is going to go ahead and try and Dwarf Toss out. They end up getting the kill regardless. Team Good Guys setting up real strong in game number 1. No mosh pit for 68 seconds right there. Every time I see ETC moshing at this point, I'm just like, solo? Like, private dance? Imperius trying to get the channel onto this. I want to highlight this for the stream really quickly for anyone in Twitch chat. This is our second Dragonite potential. We're 13 minutes into the game, and we've only had one Dragonite thus far. That Imperius damage, I actually didn't even see it right there. Oh, hold on, that's going to be... I have Horus, but I don't know if Zergling will live through it. Yeah, okay, so Imperius damage. 34,000 on the Imperius. They're actually nearing... They're near rivaling the Junkrat on the other team. There's like a 2,000 difference between the damage, and Junkrat's holding that, but still... That's, like, I mean, Imperius is 10,000 more damage over the Tracer. That is insane. Thank you for catching that, Lunchbox. I didn't even notice that. Nate Dog, thank you for the follow as well. Thank you for supporting the stream. I'm glad you're having a good time and following here. Thank you, thank you. So they have the Dragonite here in favor for the members of Team Good Guys. They're going to siege into mid lane a little bit, open this up a bit. Hosty going to use the recall so they don't get the full kick onto them. Meanwhile, in bottom lane, they're going to have Noah and Legacy pushing up a little bit. Deagle Dan going to be just kind of skirting around here, seeing where he needs to be utilized if ETC is going to get dove on by the enemy team. And I like this setup the way they're playing it because the Celestial Charge will get them through the wall, and then ETC can play near the wall and kind of get that value. Meanwhile, in bottom lane, Noah's just going to get the Abathur hat and it's like, Cattle, doesn't matter what you do to me. I'm just going to keep sieging with this Abathur hat and the Celestial Charge. They actually were about to disengage because they no longer had the Abathur hat. Little penetrating around to push them back as they're stepping forward. Riptire coming out. That also will be How with the Abathur clone on that on the Uther right there, and that will be Noah finishing the Riptire before it gets value. We are also going to be seeing the Storm Earthfire coming out. Do we get a dance party for the Chen Pandas? Not going to be the case, and they'll readjust the way that they're going to be going into this. I'll say this, overall, they've chased out really, really well on the side of the Lost Boys, but they haven't yielded themselves a kill. Now, power slide forward. Maybe, I think they were trying to catch Zergling potentially in that, as they were getting out of the Panda Palace form, but that's going to be the Pulse Round going out onto BKB, who's getting thrown away very, very far. Going to try and body block Zergling a little bit, also get near the friendly team, make sure they're protecting their Rainer as well. As below us, we have Hosty just playing the Tracer, single mosh onto Collusion. BKB just trying to give Collusion a private dance right there, as this is going to be the Eye of Horus coming out, and it does pierce through Hero, so they're getting a lot of good value with that. Eye of Horus now ending. They're also going to drop the Divine Shield onto Deagle Dan. Meanwhile, Abathur is physically in the middle of top lane and just pushing this up. This is something to note in your own Abathur games. Like, if you're playing Abathur, do this. This is the best thing you can do as an Abathur player, because the other thing to note too is I don't know if the enemy team is actually even seeing where Abathur is in that top lane. They've been playing it super far back in that wave, so not really showing where they are. But BKB once again getting hit with that Pulse Round. Can they find the kill? The Cleanse comes out. That's the Riptire as well. And does it hit the range? They actually get the ETC just at the edge of that. Legacy gonna have to get out as well, and they pick up the camp in their favor on the side of the Lost Boys. Not out of this game just yet, but a little bit behind in that experience department. You can actually once again cycle through the numbers and get an idea of what these teams are putting up, as this is going to be the 20 talent tier race. Dragonite potential is very high for the members of the Lost Boys. We've got 40 seconds on that ETC. They're down 2 bodies on this map. They have Abathur, but it's not like Abathur is going to be able to really delay. If there was maybe a minion wave here and they were hatting a minion and got like one of the spines out, it's possible. There's a pause. Hi. And I believe it's cat aggro. Cat aggro is what we're seeing right now. You guys need dogs. And there's a ready already. 3, 2, 1, game. Cattle with the channel. You guys need to stop throwing your cat over. Oh, bad joke, Hosty. Shame. Shame. 18 to 19 when it comes to levels, and now we're going to be seeing the Dragonite moving in through bottom lane. This will close that experience gap. The Mule is going to be coming down here for the final time to heal up this building, and it is going to be going down. They've got a good wave coming in with this as well. Look at Deagle Dan in the bush over here. They actually don't know that they're sitting over there. We, as the stream, know this. They don't. All right, cool. I thought it was one zoom too high. There we go. Sorry about that. Deagle Dan now stepping out, so they're gonna want to try and play this a little bit safer. They actually kick them further away, and the entire friendly team is like, cool, let's try and kill them. Nice use of the concussion mine. Power slide from the ETC. Torbus coming in. Just a solo mosh into a solo mosh. I couldn't think of it. Private dance. There we go. Just from private dance to private dance, man. BKB is. I'm loving the way that they're playing this. It's just it's Cattle is trying to kick members back, and they're going for the kills. As Cattle's a little bit low here, pops the Avatar. Oh my God, Chen's gonna be able to find the pick into the top lane on the Avatar. Pulse bomb goes out onto Noah. For some reason, did it explode? It looked like a weird interaction where both the team members kind of knocked each other back. I saw that video last night. Imagine if ETC had no death mosh, but death stage dive. That'd be really cool. That'd be really cool, Phoenix. Tactical pause. Actually, we'll go ahead and cycle through everything once again because we didn't get to see all those numbers. So we're 20 to 20. We'll check the talents after that. Cat, please stop. I know, like Cattle has talked about how his cat, like, where it sits on his computer desk, and it's just like, he'll pick it up and move it off of like a really annoying spot for it to be, and then 20 minutes later it'll just walk up while he's playing and sit back down, and then he'll realize he's like, crap, I can't do what I need to do, so then he has to pick it up and move it again. So yeah, cat aggro. Oh, it's Tracer's level 20 talent. Ah, thank you, Applejack. Apple. Sleep Dart went out. They didn't connect onto that. Stormbolt goes on to 2 as well. And they're just playing this slow. Another Shrine will activate here in the next 23 seconds. Zergling trying to get onto Deagle Dan a little bit. This is going to be Tracer with some damage onto the right-hand side as well. They're going to get the Pulse Bomb. I've never seen that Pulse Bomb. I don't think I've ever seen that as an upgrade from Tracer. Like, I don't think I ever have. We'll read it after it pops back up, after we see all of these deaths and all these kills. I'm just waiting. Chen just drinking through the pain. Abathur Mule is going to be going down now. Can they make something happen here on the side of Team Good Guys, or are they going to get pushed in? I'm a little worried about this, because the Abathur, while it does get value, as it gets pushed in, it starts to struggle quite a bit unless you start to play the Abathur extremely aggressive in the lane. Let me see here, because I've never seen that. Gets stuffed. Reduces melee cooldown by 3 seconds, hitting the enemy with melee who is stuck with the pulse bomb, causes the bomb to instantly explode and knock the enemy target away. I don't think I've ever seen that get picked up. That's really cool. Thanks for catching that. Honestly, I've never seen... Oh! No mosh pit? Wait, what? There's the mosh pit. Torbus coming out. They catch 2, and that's going to be Chen going down. The D-shield's going to be there as well, but I think it might have been a second too late. They still get the Chen. That's also going to be Taste for Explosions being finished out by the Junkrat. And look at them. They also have that Endless Nades at level 16, and they have the Cannonballs at level 20. They are shredding into this enemy team. Look at all of these Cannonballs coming out, and every time it hits a hero, they're getting cooldown reduction for that. And so there's the Riptire going out right away. They're going to try and burn it down. They don't get any sort of kill with it. That's going to be Deagle Dan getting hit with the Pulse Bomb. No follow-up onto that. That will be the Fort going down, as Ana is going to be having the... Did she go into the upgrade? No, she didn't. She went for the... I can't remember what it is. Dynamic Optics. Ooh, Concussion Mine onto Legacy. Do they have... They actually do have Redemption. Redemption will be bringing the Uther back up here in just a second. The big thing is, like, I casted a team who didn't check, and they were like... They didn't realize the enemy Uther had Redemption, and that Uther just, like, walked away. And I even, like... I just remember talking to them about it, and they were just like, yeah, we messed up. We should have chased that Uther and Ghost for him, and then they end up just giving, like, the Uther revived, and it's like, cool, I'm out of here, deuces. This is going to be, just every time that power slide comes through. The question I have is, does Abathur, look at the mini-map right now, Abathur going through, Murden's going to be going down in that bottom lane as Abathur does pick that up. I was going to say Chen coming in through the mid lane, but Abathur picking up the Dragonite. 21 minutes in this game. Murden down for 54 seconds. Can they end with this Dragonite? The other thing, too, is they don't want to lose this Dragonite. They don't want to have the Dragonite drop, as they are going to be stepping up to the core, because that means the slug is going to get squished. This game is giving me anxiety. Oh my god. That's literally the only talent people go on Tracer. Battery. I have not seen that talent in quite some time, to be honest. It's been standard for a while? Wow. I haven't, like, you also have to realize that I cast other leagues that have different divisions, and some people go for comforts. I usually see, actually, the upgrade, I usually see the Pulse Bomb upgrade. I honestly don't feel like I see gift stuff very often, but nice knockoff from the Mosh Pit right there. That's going to be BKB with the Power Slide out. That's going to be Zergling, going to be trying to chase in this. Riptire going to be out there as well. They knock out the Abathur, who gets the Tunneling Claws immediately, but Uther gets kicked and killed. I don't know if 2 minutes has passed. I don't think 2 minutes has passed, have they? He should go down. I don't think he has the revive. That's going to be Tracer getting picked off as well. A lot of healing reduction coming out from that on as well. Chen going to go ahead and go into the Storm, Earth, and Fire. BKB is going to be targeted, and that's going to be Hao going off. Ouch. Realistically, though, with 4 dead, you rush straight bottom and you take this. Composition B? I think Tracer hasn't been very common for a while. That's also true. How you doing, Radically Dreaming? Also, Talonasty, good to see you, bud. Haven't seen you in a while. I hope you're doing all right. There's going to be Zergling kicking right over this. Deagle Dan is doing their best to survive and defend for the friendly team. That's going to be a Concussion Mine pushing them away a little bit. That's going to be Talking Trees throwing in some extra damage. Rainer's back. This is Jimmy. I don't know if they're going to be able to save this, though. This is a lot of good damage going out. Zergling's starting to take a lot themselves. They need to find a way to survive. That's going to be Murden jumping over. Avatar form will be popped as well. Core starting to rapidly fall. Chen's going to be going down. Collusion, look at the attack speed coming out from Collusion, and that's going to be the Core falling. First game over to the Lost Boys. GG. Well played. What a game indeed. Yo, Jazzy, how's it go? How is it going? Thank you for coming by. Gorgia, thank you for the follow as well. I apologize for missing that earlier. Alpha Chicken McNublet, thank you for the follow as well. I appreciate that. Okay. I'm just sorry, I'm just making sure I'm not missing anything in the background. Yo, Arcanok, thank you so much for the follow as well. I appreciate that. No, Cattle would never throw his cat. Cattle is a good boy. All right, let's go ahead and show the talents really quickly, and we'll get ourselves set up for game number 2 in just a second. Chen experience soaked. What did I even see? Look at that. Look at that experience. I'm excited about our next game already. Alrighty. Collusion's on point with these lobbies, and it's just going to invite me immediately. Let me update my stuff in the background, and we'll continue to go into this. All right, so let me make sure I have this all right on my end. They banned out that. They banned out that. That's okay, cool. All right, so I had it wrong initially, so when we go through this, I'll update everybody. That's going to be game number 2. Picked by them. We're already in lobby. We are ready to roll. I just need to update the team scores because I'm good at what I do. Just came in from the garden. Yo, your garden is I envy that garden. All I have is like a bunch of raspberries. I couldn't grow the hot peppers. I think they don't grow up here in the mountain, unfortunately. It's too cold at night because we have like 40-degree temperature swings. It would be 80 during the day and 40 at night, and hot peppers don't do it. I enjoy your co-host, Bandit. He's the best. By the way, we are going to be going ahead, and I think we're going to start a Twitter for him tonight. I think that's the plan. I think that's a fair, like, for all the gifted subs, we're just going to start his Twitter. So hopefully tomorrow morning, he'll have a little Twitter handle that you can all follow tomorrow. Watch this. Watch me make a Twitter for Bandit, and it instantly becomes more popular than my channel and my own Twitter. That's my real worry. My peppers are just starting to come in now. Mine are frozen. Like they all sprouted because I had a bunch of seeds. They all sprouted up, but they're not actually growing in height. And I brought them in every single night for a week where because it's roughly 60 degrees in my house every day and 70 during nowish, but it wasn't enough. But we got a game. Let's jump into it. Welcome back to Heroes Lounge S Division, day number 1. I am your caster, your host, your good boy, your best friend, the guy. I am Bahamut. Thanks for coming by. Thank you for watching these games. We are currently getting into game number 2 on Towers of Doom. The Lost Boys are up 1-0 in our best of 5 series. This is our final. What hero does Bandit main? Gray main? That was actually, someone said that in chat earlier, and I was like, that's too perfect. Gray main. That, and also he likes to play Rexxar because he enjoys kind of being Misha, giant bear, attacking things. But let's actually go ahead and jump into our maps because I'm sure you're wondering how we got here. The home team this evening is going to be the Lost Boys. They lost the coin flip, which gives TGG the first pick priority in game 1. They banned out Sky Temple. Alterac Pass was banned out by the Lost Boys. Dragonshire was the first map chosen by the Lost Boys and won by them. They opted for first pick for game number 2 on the side of TGG, and so that's going to be Towers of Doom as our game number 2 chosen by the Lost Boys. I like it. I always love a good Towers of Doom game, no matter what time of day, no matter what. Okay, cool. I just want to make sure something was all set right there. And also to answer you, Ghost Bear, I actually did try and do that for a week. It yielded nothing, unfortunately. I was banded as a gray main. That was a good one. All right, no Rhaegar though. He's the best boy. Oh, that's a good one. He plays Rhaegar for support. He's got a role in everything. He's a true flex. Legacy so strong, so genius, so beautiful. What's up, Null? How you doing? All right, let's dive into our draft here. Abathur, Joanna gonna be banned on the left-hand side. We have a Nubrek and the Medivh on the right. We have Samuro as the first pick on the right-hand side. I really like that. We've actually seen quite a few games with him, and I enjoy them quite a lot. Diablo and Sylvanas will be up on the left-hand side. Really good pressure in the lanes. Also, a lot of good initiation and kill pressure coming out from the Lost Boys. The question I have is, what are they going to be rolling into next? And it's going to be a Thrall and Ana. I like that as a synergy. Ana we saw Ana's value in the last game is extremely strong, so it seems like they're okay with giving that over, but Uther is going to be banned out as they don't want to deal with main tank Uther. I like that. That's actually been something that people have been worried about. Valius, thank you so much for the follow as well. Welcome everybody. Oh boy, do we have a copy pasta in stream? I have to burp, but it's not happening. I'm sorry. There we go. Chen will be banned out. They don't want to deal with that one once again, so that's fair right there. On the left-hand side, the Lost Boys, they've got a Diablo Sylvanas. They could go for some more dive, and I like the Dehaka for this. If they don't go into support right here, I like the idea of a Gray main, but they're going to go into their support right now and pick up the Anduin. The Chastise is a good combo into the Diablo, as well as the Leap of Faith can pull some of the members who might be in a rough spot just into a better position. It's a really good tool. And then the... I've seen a lot of the teams go into the Light Bomb, but really Holy Word Salvation is an option as well. You could use it in the same right as you have, I'm trying to think of, not Holy Ground. Come on, Sanctification from Tyrael on this map, and you take Holy Arena. That's the other one. The upgrade at level 20, and then that way you can just literally sit on the point and just channel. And I've seen teams literally win games because they're just like, all right, cool, you can't damage us, and we just channel. Ashwood, thank you for the follow as well. Arthas and Greymane are picked up on the right-hand side. Good setup from that Arthas. Really good dive from the Greymane. A very vicious comp on the right-hand side. That Samuro, Thrall, Ana, Arthas. What do they round this draft out with? It's going to be a Li Ming, so Reset City is a possibility for the members of the Lost Boys, but they have to be able to get those members low enough is the question, is going to be the main play, I guess you could say. Huh? The thing that I hate about having a delay is I'll say something and then read something that someone's responding to in chat, and I'm like, what's almost as much as Kent? I'm not sure. Well, here we go. We're loading into game number 2. Thank you all so much for joining me. Bandit, what's your analysis on our game number 2 here? Do you think that the Greymane is going to be bringing enough aggression to the table with the Samuro as well, or will they be able to control the composition with the Anduin, with the Diablo, with that Dehaka? Because there's a lot of good control on that left-hand side. Arthas and Thrall can lock down members, so there's that ability to, you don't really have to chase too far, you lock them down, you chain CC in a sense with those roots, and then you blow them up. You have Sleep Dart to start out, Howling Blast, Frost Wolf, nope, I'm saying that, Spirit Wolf maybe? I know Frostwolf Pack is the questing talent at 4. I just can't remember. I think it's Spirit Wolf. We'll find out here as we get into game number 2. On the left-hand side, we've got the members of the Lost Boys up 1 in our best of 5 series. We have Talking Trees, AFK in the core, or in the Nexus. We have We have Zergling on the Dahaka in the top lane. Collusion's going to be joining the team in mid. We have Hosty on that Sylvanas in
10 seconds.
And Cattle is going to be rounding out the draft on the oh my god, on the Diablo.
4.
On the right-hand side, we have the members of Team Good Guys. Legacy is going to be on the Ana. We have Deagle Dan playing the Thrall. How is going to be on the Samuro. BKB is going to be on that Arthas. And we have Legacy on that Ana. Noah on the Greymane. Let's go ahead and check out mid lane, as this is where we usually see some good fights breaking out. We do have some questing talents for a couple of these players at the start here. Frost Presence on the Arthas. Yeah, Frost Presence. Echo the Elements for that Thrall, and we have Unfurling Shadows for the Sylvanas. I like all of those at the level 1 right there. Sylvanas going to be quite the threat as the game does progress here, and they're actually trying to chase in this a little bit. Collusion might have accidentally bound the wrong key there or something like that. Started hearthing instead of autoing. It's a weird one. Why doesn't Bandit have a Twitter? Because I'm afraid that he'll be more popular than me. Give Bandit a second to respond. Jeez, man. He's so quick. Great analysis, Bandit. Thank you. Bandit. Woof. 10 out of 10 doggo. Why doesn't he have a Twitter? I'm pissed. As I said, Lunchbox, he'll have one after today. Like, all the subs that you guys have put in, like, heck. I'll make him a Twitter. The Twitch chat has spoken, he gets one. There you go. You win. You finally get it, but Deagle Dan is not going to be winning. Oh, hold on. BKB steps up, but unfortunately they still find the kill. Cattle just walking onto the point. Thank you so much for doing this for us, and we're going to go ahead and just take that. Easy rotation coming in for the members of the Lost Boys. Like, that's a very quick aggression and a very easy or very great pickup for them on the side of the Lost Boys, because just taking out this tower and opening up bottom lane is important on Towers of Doom. For anyone who might not know, and I'm sorry if you've heard me say this a million times, but I'm going to keep saying it. The reason you want to control bottom lane on Towers of Doom is for multiple reasons. One of them is because it makes it a lot more difficult to rotate in through the lane for these objectives. As you can see, there's going to be an altar down here coming up first. You can see on the minimap, and then there's also often altars that pop up in this mid-bottom position, as I like to call it. If you take down the fort or the keep, whichever moment you're in the game, that means that the enemy team has to rotate in through the sapper camp area, so you can expect them to rotate through there, or they have to come in through the direct mid lane. So you're limiting where the enemy team can engage you from, and then you can also feed sappers in through the bottom lane, get extra damage there, and it also... You'll be pulling the enemy team's attention to that bottom lane consistently, meaning the solo laners will be going ahead and doing double duty. You can actually see Dahaka and the Samuro are doing a pretty good job of going back and forth between mid and mid and top, while they're actually just kind of trying to catch people here and there within their rotations. It doesn't actually seem... Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, they're trying to just catch a people like throughout here. And I really, really like the aggression that they're bringing to the table right now. I just want to make sure that we have someone clicked on so we can show some vision as this does start to pop up, because this is first objective, and now you can see the vision is a lot more different on this map when you actually focus in on one team and you can't see where the opposing members are. Can we get Collusion to get the channel? That's the question right now. They're doing a great job of holding this back in bottom lane for now. Looks like Arthas is going to be stepping up onto the Dahaka on the left-hand side, and we have the Samuro going ahead and grabbing the right side as well. So these should be traded out typically. Samuro now stepping over as well to Zergling. Baha just hogs the spotlight. Yeah, that's yep. I can't let my dog take that away from me. Collusion gonna be able to make it through the gate. Drops a little spray right there to make sure that they know. And this is going to be the Dahaka for the channel. Looks like the Lost Boys are going to be able to pick up 8 of the total shots during this first phase, and that'll be going into the core of the Team Good Guys, taking it down to 32 health. 36 on the opposing side. Noah gets the roll to disengage. Hosties trying to step forward a little bit. Also wanting to stack up on the Unfurling Shadows at level 1 as quickly as possible. Diablo able to catch the real Samuro right there, and then we're going to be having, ooh, nice tongue drag coming out from Zergling. Isn't going to be getting any more extra damage onto BKB, but this is being held over fairly well by Zergling, and I'm a little worried. Oh, it might have been a bait from BKB, as this is going to be How coming down here, and that's going to be the armor reduction. They burrow and pop their essence. They're now going to be trying to make it through here, and I love the use of the Dark Swarm, because if you don't know, the Dark Swarm actually allows you to pass through enemy heroes. So Dahaka's a great hero. If you find yourself getting body blocked quite a bit in some of those situations, and you play the solo lane, maybe start considering playing Dahaka. That's a really weird way to kind of like prioritize it, but either way. That's my whole point. It's just it's a really good tool right there. Also, Mercenary Queen will be buffing out those not skeletal defenders, the Pumpkin Sappers, as they're going to be trying to go through, but Hosty's so very low. The healing from Anduin and the Leap of Faith is so very good, but now Cattle's in a rough spot, and they don't have full souls. They won't be instantly revived. BKB gets the Steal of Health, and that's going to be the Diablo going down. We also do have the announcement of the boss. That laugh across the map means that he's going to be here, or you know that it's at 5 minutes in the game. While they have the Diablo dead, they're going to go ahead and jump over onto this camp and take this away in their favor. Are they going to try and make this aggressive play in? Are they going to try and step up into this? This is a little risky. Oh, Essence is popped. Zergling in a really bad, not in a bad, but in a rough spot, as this is going to be the camp with only 2 of the sappers being finished out here. Talking Trees and friends are going to step forward, and they'll be able to pick that up. I'm really curious. What is it? Frostwolf's Resilience is what they have. Let's actually hear. Hold on. I need to know. Feral Spirit. That's what it is. I could not remember what that is off the top of my own head, but this is going to be a single altar face popping up here. Cattle going to be diving into the backline. Tongue Drag going to be going out onto one of the players. Noah taking a lot of damage. They're going to try and razor swipe their way out of that. Essence and Burrow going to be coming out from Zergling once again. They won't have that for 16 seconds as Noah's going for the channel. Is there any sort of interrupt? That's not going to be happening, and they managed to get that, but they're going to try and punish him on the side of the Lost Boys. They get the pick onto the Greymane, and they're going to chase into Deagle Dan a little bit. At least Talking Trees was trying to throw out some damage there, but they have some sappers in bottom lane with a good wave coming in. Trees will go ahead and throw these sappers in. They actually have one still left, so they could actually feed these in and take a little bit of an advantage when it comes to the core health on this map. If they can just push this one sapper in, it'll be 32 to 31, and they've got their 10 talent tier, so they got to play this a little bit safe. Holy Word Salvation is going to be for the Anduin. That one sapper did go through, and they're going to continue to hold their lane in bottom. Samuro in top lane is going to say, well, yeah, let me try and siege into this and try and convert this over in our favor as well. Li Ming holding 10, as well as Diablo. Are they considering the Wave of Force? Maybe they're considering Wave of Force or for the Ana to knock him out of Eye of Horse, maybe? I don't know. No one else on the opposing side is holding. Earthquake goes out from Deagle Dan. They're going to jump onto Collusion right there. Do they drop the Holy Word Salvation? It's going to be going out right there. That's going to be the Lightning Breath coming out from Cattle as well. We currently have the Brush Shot coming in from Zergling. They get the kill onto Anduin. Isolation goes out, but unfortunately the Overpower is going to end up saving them. Diablo goes down. That's going to be full souls ripped. Oh, no, wait, no, they get their souls as they die. That's probably your best bet, realistically. As Zergling goes down, this bottom lane will be converted, and 30 seconds will be when the next altar pops up. Little fun fact here, if you didn't know this, these little markers over here, these actually denote the lanes in which who holds what. So top lane, mid lane, bottom lane, and you can actually see. So that's why it was green there for 1 second, because it was actually being reconverted. And I believe if you actually get the channel while it's still down like that, you don't get the shots over. So there's a brief window where you just won't get the shots. So you just want something to consider right there. Either way, double altar face, 32 to 31 in core health. We have Diablo and friends all back up. We do have that Dahaka rotating in. That's going to be the channel going over in favor in that mid-bottom position. Now bottom, we have Cattle. Not going to be going for any sort of interrupt just yet. They had the missiles coming in from Talking Trees, and BKB is trying to anchor and trying to just absorb all this damage. Fire Stomp coming in. That'll go ahead and delay it out further. We have Samuro doing double duty as well as the Dahaka on top of that. They won't have the Brush Stock, I don't think, for another 30 seconds or so. The Dahaka... Yeah, because they used it in the last engagement. It's a 75-second cooldown, so we're still waiting a little bit on that one, but not too far off. Shadow Charge from and Overpower onto Noah. They're just going for the fight right now, as there's actually the channel still up and available below us. That's going to be the Holy Word Salvation coming out from the Anduin, who's living within all this damage. That's going to be the Lightning Breath as well. Earthquake coming out from the Thrall. They're going to find their way onto that Anduin, and that's also going to be double quest completion for that Arthas. But look at Noah on the bottom right of our screen right now. Cattle trying to find their way, but that's going to be Dahaka going down. They need to disengage. Noah will not be picked off by Li Ming, who tried to get some stray missiles into them, and that's going to be a few more shots going out in favor for the members of Team Good Guys, the Lost Boys. Just the Samuro clone dancing in the Overpower, and then just, oh my god. So difficult. I hate dealing with Samuros so much. That's going to be a nice Howling Blast onto one, and they do have it completed, so it does root along the path, and that will be Diablo going down. Full souls being reset on Diablo, unfortunately, and those are going to be sappers charging into this bottom lane. They don't get any of them into the tower, but they at least open up the front gate so they can start that pressure themselves. Sylvanas was helping out the Dahaka in top lane for a little bit as they're going to rotate back into the bottom, and they need to realistically find their 13 before they're going to be able to do too much. Single altar phase will be popping up in this bottom lane next, And that's where I think we could see a complete dynamic shift between these, like an unsplit fight between these two teams is going to be very, very interesting. The Holy Word Salvation is such a strong tool, but we have to consider the Earthquake value and the Go for the Throat, because that Go for the Throat has been shredding through some of these enemy members. Let's actually highlight the damage right now. Greymane with 26, like Thrall still beating them, but just Greymane able to just shred in that backline so very effectively. Sivana's still keeping pace with the damage, as well as Li Ming not too far behind. They're going to try and take this fight once again. This is also going to be Cattle taking a lot of damage. That Diablo does not have enough souls to be tanky enough, and they go down. That is also going to be the Banshees going forward. They try and spread that damage. That will be another pick in favor for the members of Team Good Guys. And this game number 2 is looking a lot different than game number 1 for our initial the initial back and forth, I guess you could say. Team Good Guys just showing prowess and dominance in game number I want to say game number 3, but it's working game 2. Typically, I always see like Towers of Doom games as game 3s because it's just like, oh yes, we want to make it a little bit more difficult for our enemy if they usually have that pick priority. Shots go over, and that's going to be 20 core health to 31. The big thing to note here is this is Towers of Doom. I can't tell you how many games I've seen, like the 24-4 games where a team is completely behind, start to bring it back. Zukmika, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. Sorry, I murdered your name. My apologies. Just Arcane Orb being thrown out here and there. We also do have the Dahaka still battling out Hao in top lane. Doing an okay job of that. It's just this Samuro, as they do scale, is extremely annoying to deal with. Arthas trying to get the root onto one right there from the far side. They're going to try and push in these sappers onto the fort. Sylvanas going to lock them down with those Banshees right there, and they could potentially keep them from even making it in. One goes through. They lock down the second. There's the last auto. Earthquake going to be coming out from the Thrall. Isolation going to be going to BKB. They're trying to fight into this. That's going to be the Howling Blast, the Lightning Breath. They're trying to live inside of all this. Holy Word Salvation will be keeping them alive for now, as that also will be Samuro coming down here, trying to bring a lot of pain into this fight. That's a lot of good Divine Star healing coming out from Anduin. Towers are going to be upgraded as we hit that 12-minute mark. They also have that channel through the tunnel in the middle. These Fire Stomps coming out won't allow Diablo to go down. They're hitting everyone with these Fire Stomps and just sustaining so very well. Chastise comes out as well. That's going to be the, oh my god, the Leap of Faith. But the Howling Blast finds their way in. Noah going to be diving in, getting the kill. And do they get the kill onto Noah? No. Noah's going to be able to get away once again with not a sliver, but just very low health, because that's what we've been seeing consistently in this game. Noah's so very low, but still getting stupid amounts of value on this Greymane. What is Anduin's 13 talent? Enchant Boots. Lion Speed. Gain 5% movement speed. This bonus quadrupled while Leap of Faith's cooldown is available. Triple Altar Face popping up here. We have a Samuro over in the shadows over here, and this is just going to be Talking Trees. Look at that damage that Hao can put on from the Samuro. Channel went over in favor for the members of Team Good Guys, and they don't have anyone on this right hand just yet. Looks like one of the clones are going to be heckling over here, while the main is going to be channeling. They're going to try and push in these sappers as well. I don't think this will convert it, but they will be able to convert it themselves. So there's that little green that I was mentioning before, and the tower conversion goes over in their favor. Hao will be able to use the Windwalk and also the clones to get out of there. They are going to be... I wonder if they actually have this channel in time. Osty almost there. Greymane has a Gilnean Cocktail. It doesn't connect! The Sleep Dart gets it, but the Cocktail doesn't. Earthquake going to be still used by the Thrall right there. That's going to be Banshee's forward as well. Hosty so very low. Sylvanas gets picked off. Isolation going out, but it doesn't find a target. That's also going to be the Holy Word Salvation saving a few. Lightning Breath coming out from the Diablo as well. Collusion so very low. Needs to get that healing. Manages to get it right there, but Deagle Dan has been nano boosted and is just stepping forward and dealing some great damage into this enemy team. Overpower into Noah, but they still find the pick onto the Diablo. No souls to reset right there, and they just back off with a few kills under their belt. And they go ahead and say, cool, let's grab some camp pressure. I would assume they grab this top lane sapper and they rotate maybe Samuro for this camp in the bottom lane and try and feed those sappers in and get as much damage in as possible. Actually, I like this call so much better. So Samuro will still go ahead and grit this camp, but they're going to go ahead, take the boss, get that off the map, and it's going to be 12 core health to 24. Ooh. Noah keeps dodging his Ana shots. Is BKB from EU Pros? I honestly don't know, Hyper Mike. I really don't remember. I thought BKB was just was an NA player, but I don't remember off the top of my head. I really don't. let's go ahead and take a look at some of the roll numbers here, as well as what these team, experience and healing, what they've been putting up so far. Hosty and friends will go ahead and finish out that bottom lane. Top lane's going to get converted over, and they're going to try and feed these sappers in through here. If they can get these 3 shots in, they could end the game if they get these 3 shots in both these altars. Can they end it and take it and set up a 1-to-1 game 3? He is. Thank you, Phoenix. Okay, yeah. I remember that, I remember there was BKB, but I couldn't remember what region they played in. I was like, I don't really remember.
Take the altars.
Looks like I think we're just going to be having these traded out. Actually, Talking Trees and Cattle maybe wanting to try and step forward, but they're using all those clones that will be the Disintegrate used to at least stall them out once. I don't think they're going to be able to get a second stall. Hosty Banshees forward, but Deagle Dan continues to channel, so they get the 5 shots in. 7-21 when it comes to core health. Howling Blast, nice blink from Talking Trees. Noah keeping the Noah just autoing just to keep their stacks going right there and just keep that on and on and on, so that way they can pop it on the Worgen form and get the value. But it's 20 talent tier to 17, or to level 18, I guess you could say. So still 2 level deficit between these 2 teams. And it looks like they want to convert mid over. They don't really have any sappers they can push through, but this is just, I think, going to hold the enemy team in a lane while Samuro is going to go ahead and steal away this camp. Really good communication coming out from the members of Team Good Guys. Nice. Not the holy word, but Leap of Faith going to be pulling Cattle right back there. And now Sapper's going to be pushing in through bottom lane. They could actually rotate the... Are they going to have Samuro push in as well? Because Samuro's siege is extremely strong at this point in the game. Pretty much our standards for the 20s here. It doesn't look like it's anything too out of the ordinary. Mid lane's going to be burned down. BKB just going to be slapping it with Frostmourne. And now, top lane will be converted back over. And they move their way into bottom lane. I think the sappers were already cleared out before they got any sort of value. Noah going to continue just to auto. Can they make their way... Can they get into this tower is the question. No one go. Okay, I was like, is there any sort of initiation happening here? No, we're just going to be kind of poking each other, and that's going to be the reset. 7-21 when it comes to core health, and we have 19-20 in levels, 2-13 in kills. Team Good Guys definitely putting on a clinic. Not so much a clinic, but just really putting on the pressure in game number 2 here on Towers of Doom. Brush Stock coming in from the Dahaka as well. Earthquake's going to be procced, and that's going to be getting a lot of value for the friendly team. Sylvanas will be going down. Zergling needs to back out. Nano Infusion going to be on to Deagle Dan, who's going to be trying to get that damage out as well. Finds a Dahaka. Stepping further forward. They're trying to find more than just that. Cattle will be going down as well. Souls will be reset on Diablo. You can see that right there, also on the left-hand side of our screen. And now they go for the push-up onto this... Oh no, Talking Trees gets pulled in by Collusion! And they go ahead and find a lot of damage. PayPal me later. Wow. As that will be core going down. Game number 2 going over to TGG. GG, well played. Taking the 19 versus 20 is always a good call. Yeah. I don't know what that poll was. All right, let's see. They want that. All right, let's find out what we get for our third map of the day. I guess third map of our final series of the day. A very, very good game. Whew. Hey, Seventh Ace, how you doing, bud? Thanks for coming by. We're just waiting to find out what our next map is going to be. Let's show stats once again really quickly. Collusion didn't like that trees didn't die the whole game. Screw you, die with a solidarity. Or Talking Trees is KDA. Or KDA for Talking Trees. But we do have we got a series on our hands, everybody. 1-1 when it comes to our series, the Lost Boys versus Team Good Guys. Do we go to Game 5 in our final best of 5 of the day? It's possible. Woo. Thank you all so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. Been doing good, popping in and out. Looks like you've got a nice little audience here. Some good people. Some really good people here. I actually have no idea how many people. I never, the only thing that I have showing for myself is total viewership overall and my total followers. Like, I have no idea how many viewers we currently have, and I have no idea what my sub points are. I just hide those always. Like, I don't like to know when I cast. That gray main damage was disgusting. Just want to butt slam stuff, but Slobs said no tonight. Kage! How you doing, bud? Thanks for coming by. I hope you're having a great day. Jonah Defty, thank you for the follow as well. Thank you, thank you. It says 245 right now. Hello? Welcome, everybody. Thank you for being here. It's the full roster, isn't it? I think so. Don't freak out, though. I am, so you can't see it because casters never wear pants, but, like, below the waist, I am physically shaking. All right, we got ourselves a map here. Let's go ahead and update this, because this is going to be their pick, and it's game 3. All right, we're getting into this game, and then, yeah, we got many. Oh, Busy Bison, thank you for the follow as well. For the sake of records. Okay, yeah, cool. Alrighty, really quickly, I mean, while all this is happening, thank you for casting. Have a great time. I'm having a blast. Thank you for coming by, Totski. I hope your Taco Bell is delicious. You're killing it. Happy for you. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much, Flex Squad. Thank you, thank you. Here's the dorm jersey is sweet. Shout out to Patrick at Tespa who got me this. Patrick, you the man. But yeah, no, it's thank you so much. Thanks for sharing these games. No, thanks for all being here. Seriously, like, I really do appreciate everyone who's watching. If you're lurking, if you're following, if you're cheering, like, just if you're lurking and watching, that's all. Thank you. Like, that's all I really care about. I love you all so much for being here. Thank you for supporting. It means the absolute world to me. If I can, still here, just thanking you. Oh, thank you, Totski. Wait, really quickly while we're waiting, would you get on that Taco Bell order, okay? Let me live vicariously through you. Because we've been going for 8 hours and 18 minutes, and Chaboy has just, I can only think about, food. Hey, baby arms, oh my god. Heard you were coming up for PAX? Nice. Accidental enter key. I'll be there. Nice, Kage. Arius, thank you so much for the follow. But yeah, really quickly, just if you are kind of new to the stream, if you kind of joined in, my name's Bahamut. I've been doing casting for probably 2 years at this point. I started out casting scrims between teams because I was so nervous. Big Scary Duck, thank you so much for gifting a subscription to Kage. Kage, enjoy your finger guns and all of that good stuff.
Subscribe.
And anyone who hasn't seen the sub animation, welcome to the stream. But I've been doing a lot of casting for the past 2 years. I do a lot of community casting for North America. I do this pretty much after work, Tuesday through Thursday, or Tuesday. At this point we're doing Tuesday through Thursday, but typical schedule's Monday through Thursday. I cast about 2 best of 3s a night on this channel. I typically go live around 5 o'clock PDT, and I usually am done around 9 o'clock PDT. So a solid like 3-4 hours we usually stream for. And we've got a lot of good games on this channel. If you did follow and you enjoy the content you see, I highly recommend you check out some of the other games. They may not be S Division quality, but I definitely would say this, that the community puts on a lot of fun, enjoyable games, whether they're Division D games for Nexus Gaming Series, or they're Division A, Heroic, B, C, D, like Heroes Lounge if they're, oh god, how do they do their divisions? Is it 1 through 3? I think, yeah, Heroes Lounge, like, you know, if it's Division 3 for Heroes Lounge, like, a lot of those are like, you know, your bronze to gold players, and while it isn't going to be the most intense and the most high-skilled games, I think that there's a lot of great times and a lot of enjoyable moments that you can watch. So thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for supporting the channel by lurking, by subbing, by gifting, all of that. Like, I don't expect anything from you all, but thank you all so much for being here. We're currently loading into our second game. We're waiting for one last player. They actually just joined the lobby. Let me go ahead and let them know that I am ready as well on the casting side, and we'll get going into this. But seriously, thank you. The lower divisions are way more hilarious. Yeah, like Tickle Me Tassadar. That's a good team name right there. Welcome back to Heroes Lounge S Division Playoffs, day number 1. We are in our fourth, I was going to say fifth, oof, that would have been a game, or that would have been a day. We are in our fourth best of 5 series, and we are currently 1-1 between the members of Lost Boys versus Team Good Guys. And if you're sitting there at home wondering why we're on Infernal Shrines, let me update you. The home team this evening is going to be the Lost Boys. They went ahead and lost the coin flip. So TGG had first pick priority in game number 1. They banned out Sky Temple. Alterac Pass will be banned out by the members of the Lost Boys. Dragonshire was the first map chosen by the Lost Boys and won by them. Towers of Doom was chosen by them in game number 2 and lost. So that means that TGG got the priority on map pick as they wanted first pick for game number 3. And we have Infernal Shrines chosen by the members of Team Good Guys. Let's get back into our draft. Ooh. Soak every lane, or however it's spelled. That's a good one, Lorelei D'Angelo. Gilly Shark's a good team. Clouded Minds is a hilarious one. Venus is a fun character for that one. I'm just trying to think, like Team Rainbow Strike Go is a team name. There's a lot of good ones. There's a lot of fun stuff, and I highly recommend. So if you enjoyed this, like, I don't change my casting at all. Like, I don't, like, NGS Dibd represent. Cactus Sam, how you doing? Thanks for coming by. Come cast us again, Bahamut. I'll do my best. I will do my best. I do my best to try and jump around. I definitely do. But we're in Infernal Shrines. Let's actually jump into this draft a little bit further here, as we do have an Abathur and Uther going to be banned out on the left-hand side. We have a Medivh and a Chen banned out for the right. Joanna will be our first pick up, so it's a hard and I guess a strong anchor for the friendly team within rotations. Nothing beat Thick Mama White Mane Hots. That's true, Kage. Did someone say Tickle Me Tassadar? Yeah, Lunchbox. I forgot about that one, yeah. That was like... Thick Mama White Mane Hots threw me off so hard when I was trying to cast it. I kept seeing something completely different, but Tracer and Tassadar is going to be the 2-3 punch in this draft right now for the members of the Lost Boys. Going to be picking up that sustained damage and also really good healing coming out from them. Anub'arak Maiev on the right hand side, so dive and setup. I think they're going to be heavily in the dive front. So with that, what do they consider here? They actually want to take out the sustained damage from the Rainer, which I actually really do like right there, because he does get value from the Maiev and Anub'arak setup, and he's going to be able to pepper them in with that ace in the hole at level 1. Excuse me. I think we might see a Kerrigan here. With the draft so far for Anub'arak Maiev, I love the idea of a Kerrigan. And I think we've seen Kerrigan almost in every Infernal Shrines game thus far. I feel like we've seen every one on every single one. But Rhaegar and Thrall will be picked up here on the right-hand side. So we're going to be having Bandit's support main, or healer main, coming into this. Hey, Bahamut, I hope you're having a wonderful day and an even better stream. Gaius Julius Caesar, how you doing, bud? Thanks for coming by. I was actually just talking about Tickle Me Tassadar, like no joke, 2 minutes ago. Brunt, thank you for the follow as well. Sorry I missed that. My apologies, my friend. Blaze and Ariel are going to be picked up here, so that's just a lot of healing coming out from the Lost Boys. They're just saying, like, we're going to play this a little bit slower. We've got a little bit of dive. We're not going to be super aggressive. I think they're going to let the dive come into them, and they're going to play around said dive. They've got control with the Ariel with the Detainment Strikes. They've also got the Blaze with the Jet Propulsion to kind of lock a couple members down. Tracer's high mobility. Tassadar has the Dimensional Shift, and Joanna also has the Iron Skin. Overall, really strong anchoring and sustain and I'm trying to think, like shielding, I guess, just overall power that they bring to this. My brain's apparently going to mush, but Jaina will round out the draft on the right-hand side for the rotations, also going to be good in the Shrine Clear department. I really, really like these drafts for game number 2. Maxwell's, thank you so much for the follow as well. I really appreciate that, my friend. I'm glad you're all enjoying the stream. Really, what were you saying? That it's just, I was talking about, like, other things that I cast all the time. Swap this. Streamer team names are cool too, like Coffee Sucks, but it's not a drink. Wait, what? What stream team name is that? Rip Double Support, Tracer. Trees Never Kerrigan feels bad, man. Aw. Illusion Ariel? Okay. The Lost Boys, I forgive you. No Trees Kerrigan. No, I was Gaius, I was talking about a bunch of different, leagues that I cast for, and, you know, if people are new to the stream, what I do, and I was mentioning that I cast for other leagues and the different levels that there are. These are good games. Thank you so much, Hyper Mike. I love this. That was Coffee Clubs, right? I don't know. I honestly don't know myself, but let's get into this because we got a game. On the left-hand side, we got the members of the Lost Boy up Lost Boys up 1 game in our best of 5 series. Collusion's going to be on the Ariel. Hosty's going to be on the Tracer. Cattle will be on that Joanna. Zergling on the Blaze. And Talking Trees rounds out the draft on the Cassadar. On the right-hand side, we've got Team Good Guys, also up 1 game in our best of 5 series. We've got BKB going to be on the Anubarak. Legacy will be on that Rhaegar. Noah's going to be on the Jaina. How on that Maiev. And we have Eagle Dan on that Thrall. What did he say? Right, Cody Tuner, and it was a solid suggest. Oh, okay. I don't know what that is. I'll have to look into it later. Their games. Hold on, sorry. I think I'm the only admin in chat, and I'm trying to fix this really quickly. We can swear in chat. We can swear a little bit in chat. Just don't go over tops with it. Alrighty, let's just check out our lanes right now, as we are going to be having Fingers of Frost for the Jaina, Echo the Elements for that Thrall. So that Thrall will be going solo lane into the Blaze, which is what's to be kind of expected right there. This is also going to be 3 regeneration globes on that new habits for the Blaze, so they're going to be going into that and having the self-cleanse right there. BKB going to have to get the Burrow Charge out, as Cattle and Hosty are just walking in with the Umbral Bind. Talking Trees is going to be trying to poke out here and there, and I really like so far the rotations and the aggression coming out from both these teams. I managed... How? How did I turn off sound? That like... It's Control Shift... Oh, maybe because it's hitting the Control S and not the Shift in time. Because it's a macro it's a button that I press that does a combo of buttons for me. Maybe I have to redo that one. Either way. A lot of Division 7 is funny, but Bacon Landlords has some quality memes. That's a good one. The only thing is, like, so, for Heroes Lounge, when it comes to their amateur series, they only have, like, I think for North America, they go up to Division 4. In Europe, I think that they have a lot more players within the European amateur scene, so the Division 7 games are, like, they're not they're it sounds BM in my head before, like, when I want what I want to say, but I don't mean it like that. They're lower games in the sense that it's going to be your bronze and your silvers that are going to be playing those games. So not in the sense of any sort of BM towards them. They're playing their games and they're having fun, and they're also learning at the same time. And if you're not playing the game, you're not learning. Like, that was what one master player always told me. They were just, I was like, how do I get better at this? And they're just like, play it a bunch, just keep playing it and learn from your mistakes, and then just don't keep mashing your face. And if you keep dying and you keep failing, figure out why. And so it's a lot of those kind of things. So I love that these leagues exist, because it offers a lot of opportunities for teams to, one, get some experience in a competitive setting. You get to build a team, and I've actually met a lot of people through one, casting, but also when I used to be on a team myself, I met a bunch of people and I still am friends with them now. So it's a lot of that little stuff. And then two, you get people to cast your games and you see different perspectives. Like I don't think my opinion is a grandmaster opinion at all, but I think that what I can bring to the table for information and what teams can learn from my stream, I think it's pretty decent. And so I hope that they enjoy that. And I think they do, because a lot of people, I'd say the majority usually messages me and says like, hey, you missed this, and like we just wanted to clarify. I'm like, oh yeah, it's good information. At the same time, they also thank me and they're just like, oh, I didn't actually look at the game that way, and now we'll actually make some different rotations considering what we watched in the game before. So it's just cool. Thank you all. I trolled myself from Masters to Plat so I could play with TMT. True story, I promise. Dang, Lunchbox. Dang. I mean, you are undefeated in a 2-0 fashion as well in NGS, but we have our game unfolding here. It's 7 talent tier to the 6 on the right-hand side. They're about to pick it up on the side of the Lost Boys, and we're going to probably see a re-engage in a second. I know we just got the talent, but we're actually going to pull those away for a second while we are going to be having the engage happening in this top lane. Frozen Punisher will be the first one of the game, and they're trying to pick this up in favor for the members of the Lost Boys. Zergling and Hosty doing a great job of just kind of backing off and just waiting for the friendly team to find an opening. Zergling trying to go for the Jet Propulsion, not able to land right there. Legacy a little bit forward right there. That's going to be the priority onto Legacy, and they get the Pulse Ram, and that's going to be first blood of the game in favor for the members of the Lost Boys, as that's going to be the Psionic Storm, getting a lot of good value there. Nice to team strike into the wall onto How, but they don't find any sort of follow-up into that. That will be the that will be one out of the, I think it's 5 stacks for the repeated offense. 6. Those low stack numbers always get me. They always catch me. I always juke myself on what they should be. You may be plat gold in game, but your GM and personality and profession. Kage, stop. Thank you. I seriously appreciate that so much. I love you all. Thank you for being here. Thanks for cheering on these teams, and thanks for supporting the stream. Blaze is going to be in bottom lane versus How, going to be soaking up a little bit more experience, and this will be first Frozen Punisher going over in favor for the members of the Lost Boys. We have some lockdown potential coming out. They're going to be able to catch the throw, but unfortunately, the friendly team won't be able to capitalize on that. Another Detainment Strike going to connect into a wall right there, as Collusion are making a lot of those very well right there. Another jump coming out from the Punisher, not going to find a hero, but going to be sieging in further. They also did lock down the tower for that 2 seconds with their ability. Punisher going to be going down. Tassadar just tickling the fort right there with that beam. Legacy going for a bite butt, and they're going to make it right out just fine. And you played with me and got to gold, so... Ooh, Gaius, dang! Thrall going to continue to be in the top lane, working through that level 1 questing talent. They just need one more stack for the Echo of the Elements. They should be able to have it here as they weaken up these minions. There it's going to be for themselves. And actually, the one thing we haven't highlighted here is the vision for these teams. I enjoy this. I hope you all as well at home, because it's just really cool to see how they're setting up, how they're playing the lanes, and why they actually go for the posturing that they do. Cattle going to be being pulled forward by How. They don't really know where most of the enemy team is, as they are going to be grabbing a camp in bottom lane. They can maybe assume that Jaina wasn't by herself. Heroic talent tier is going to be here in favor for the Lost Boys, and now they're going for an engagement. I apologize. Anub'arak going to be picked off first by that Tracer. Pulse Bomb, I think, did go up because they're pretty low on that number. Oh, and I think the Blessed Shield was probably used as a setup right there, but they managed to get 10s as well on the side. Oh, recall! Legacy going for the bite button. Nice. Detainment Strike into the wall, and Legacy going to be potentially targeted. They're going to go for another pick or another bite, and Hosty getting the heal from Collusion just in time, as they're keeping Collusion's Well of Hope really, really tanked up. Like, Hosty's doing an amazing job. Like, watch the bar on Ariel just consistently being filled up, as well as Collusion doing a great job of filling it a little bit themselves. Blaze is going to go ahead and try and push out this top lane a little bit and try and take down this fort. The next Punisher will be in bottom lane, so if they can get this down, that'll be periodic catapult pressure in their favor, meaning that they'll also be able to kind of delay out bottom a little bit longer and get some potential value as the lane pushes itself out with those every third wave catapults. I do have just, I'm just looking across the minimap and just jumping around, seeing how these members are playing out into each other. Doesn't seem like there's massive aggression right now. I think they're going to be waiting. Hold on, speaking of aggression, actually, How in this top lane is going to be slow. The Jet Propulsion forward, the Pulse Bomb. They have the Volt of the Warden in time, but Hosty and friends are going to be able to step up, and that'll be the pick right there. Legacy, I think, was trying to come in range for an Ancestral Healing. Didn't make it there in time, and they say, you know what, let's hold it. Let's re-engage. Web Wrap onto the Ariel. Zergling and friends are going to be backing off. Talking Trees throws out. Yeah, the Collusion, wait, they still have Crystal Aegis. They can self-cast R on themselves. They don't do it right there. Very, very, like, oh wow, that's a really good Ancestral, but it's not there in time. That was really, really good. It was just like a millisecond too late, because you saw almost the full animation happen. But what I wanted to hone in on it is going to be Collusion with the self-control, because I feel like in a lot of my games, if I was playing that Ariel right there, I would have self-cast the Crystal Aegis and then found myself in a bad spot. That's going to be a lot of heroics coming out. Tassadar going to be the first one picked off. There's going to be a Warden's Cage as well, as Ariel and Trace are going to be picked off. So this aggressive invade onto the camp, yielding them actually 3 deaths, is a great turnaround for Team Good Guys. 12 to 12 in levels. Let's actually cycle through some of the other numbers. I don't think we've gotten a chance to look at those just yet, as we have our second Punisher popping up here. Arcane will be in the bottom lane. Can you tell that my tea and sugar is kicking in all of a sudden? Whew. Alrighty, we'll be hitting 13 talent here for both these teams fairly soon. Cattle going to be going in this top lane. Nice use of the shield glare just to try and deny any of this initial shield siege coming in. And I think yeah, Cattle was waning. They were like, well, do we clear top or do we go back into bottom? This Shaman is still going to be winning out in that lane. I think they're banking on that catapult to get them some value right there, but Anub'arak is going to be burrowing back in. That's going to be the Pyromania pop from the Blaze. Ancestral Healing goes on to Deagle Dam. Pulse Ram connects onto them regardless, and they're going to continue to put out this pressure. Jaina going to be the first one to go down here. How in a bit of a rough spot. They get picked off as well, and now the Lost Boys clapping back from that earlier back and forth, but the Arcane Punisher is picked up by the members of Team Good Guys, as that was Deagle Dan using the Sundering for it. Can they make it out alive? Hosty trying to make the body. Oh my god, these body blocks in front of the gate. Almost getting the kill onto Deagle Dan. That is just a sweaty palms moment right there. Just mom's spaghetti everywhere. As it's 13 to 13, and they're going to be having the second Punisher of the game Arcane at that is going to be pushing in through bottom lane, but more or less this is just a denial. They're not going to try and push into this. They're actually allowing the Punisher to jump backwards onto Zergling to keep it away from the front gate, while the front gate still gets the damage in onto the Punisher. So they'll lose one of the towers. It looks like one of them is just... I also... Shout out to Talking Trees right there. Just going to be shielding one of the towers so the Punisher doesn't get the pick onto it. Maiev with the Umbral Bind onto Cattle. I don't think there's an Iron Skin just yet, but the heal is good from the Ariel as well. That's going to be the Pulse Bomb going out into Nubrak. 70-some health. Oh my god, did you see that? We'll Ring of Frost onto so many members right there, but Maiev goes down below us. That's going to be Ariel going down as well as the Blaze, and Cattle is going to be in a rough spot. They're going to try and make their way out of there, and Deagle Dan needs to get just barely any damage onto this. They're going to use the Wind Fury. They're going to try and step forward. Is there an Iron Skin available? Rhaegar goes down on the right-hand side. Excuse me. Rhaegar is going to get the kill on Johanna. Oh my god. I'm just my brain, apparently. All right, Hosties. We're all going to be getting the kill onto the... Jesus.
Red team dominate.
Nubrak is just back up. So the one thing I wanted to highlight really quickly, and I was kind of going nuts over, Nubrak got over the gate and was right here, but there was a Blessed Hammer coming out from Johanna. She threw out the Blessed Hammer, and it actually did just like, Nubrak had like just under 100 health, and it does 151 damage. This is the one thing I was curious about, because it does scale over time, but at that moment, it was doing just about 151. And it's still just, man, it's just that little clip, the ring Craigasm. Dude, Lunchbox, yes. Salty Chef, how's it going? Thanks for coming by. Welcome, everybody. Okay. Tainment Strike once again. That does finish out Ariel's repeated offense, which means that she is going to be getting increased damage from that. There's also a increased distance that she has baseline from that as well. They're going to go ahead and clear out this camp before it even really gets into the lane. 16 Talontier is just about to be here in favor for the members of Team Good Guys. Can the Lost Boys keep the pressure up? They're going to open up mid a little bit here. The other thing to note too, oh wait, Tainment Strike down here and Noah gets picked off. Getting caught in a rotation like that, lag. Lag F. Just the lag right there, just so good. We do have Blaze in the bottom lane. Going to go ahead and grab a camp to push out bottom lane a little bit further. And they're also going to be having 16s on both sides. The one thing I wanted to highlight here is going to be also the fact that it's going to be top lane Punisher popping up next. So if they're able to then take out the... If they're able to grab this, they can really push in beyond just the keep front gate. Actually, does it have a little bit of damage on it? No, not yet. But there's going to be a fight breaking out here in the mid lane. Thrall will be finishing out the Thunderstorm for now, because I believe it is reset upon death. But they no longer need to worry about, I think, about hitting the same hero. Oh, no, so it is... Okay, so they still can't use the same hero. Okay. I thought I had that wrong. So regardless of death or if they hit an... They can't hit the same hero twice or die. Legacy looks like they're going to be hearthing back. Hosty and friends want to finish. BKB in a little bit of a rough spot. Yeah, Hosty diving forward. They actually threw the Pulse Bomb out, and they were trying to go for the pick right there. Weren't able to connect onto it. How going to go for the Umbral Bind. That's going to be the Iron Skin going to be used by that Johanna as well. And Hosty's starting to get the blinks out. The Sundering coming out from the Thrall. That's going to be the Ring of Frost coming out. Crystal Aegis. That's going to be Blaze with the Jet Propulsion. That also is going to be the Warden's Cage. And Celestial Healing goes onto Deagle Dan. I think it was meant for Howl right there, and they have to back off. Archon Form is going to be used by the Tassadar, who actually dimensional shifts forward. They get the double kill onto Jaina and Thrall. He's going to be losing those Thunderstorms. The Shield Glare, if that would have connected onto Howl, that would have been a rough spot. Hammers, not going to connect onto Legacy. We do have the availability for this next Punisher, Mortar 1 at that, but they will be able to go ahead and steal away this Shaman Camp, push out some top lane pressure, and rotate back and go ahead and grab this. Look at these damage numbers coming in. Tracer with 58,000 heroic damage, nearly 10,000, actually more than 10,000 than the opposing side, Jaina, just really putting in that work right now. Maiev a little bit behind as well. That actually, Tassadar outdoing Maiev damage. Assassadar is going to be in our game number 3 here. Hello? Oh, Bloodlust Tournament Days. I still have that t-shirt, and I wear it every so often, and I look down and I get a little sad. And I'm like, man, I miss those community-run tournaments. They were so very good. Much like these. Alrighty, 18-17. Maiev still in bottom lane pushing this out. Last Skeletal Defender will be cleared out by Blaze. The friendly team backs off, regroups. And they'll go ahead and grab it. They also spread around those regeneration globes. Looks like Johanna's going to go ahead and pre-tap, make sure they're full on mana, and Mortar Punisher. Siege is in pretty strong. Will they be able to make the defense on the side of Team Good Guys? All right, let's see here. All right, BKB is going to be stepping forward a little bit. Waiting for that jump. They actually use the burrow charge out as well, so they don't get stunned. And they're going to be pulling it towards mid, but unfortunately it doesn't focus up enough, and it will be going back into the top lane. They delay this out a little bit, but the enemy team is going to be still sieging into their top lane keep. We're actually going to be pulling away the talents really quickly because they might try and end off this 64% and falling. Ancestral Healing goes out into BKB. It might have been a little early on that one right there as they step past this keep and they're going for the core. Punisher is going to be doing that as well. There should be another jump coming out from the Punisher in just a second here. Noah very low, has to back off. Deagle Dan maybe looking for a sundering into that backline. That's going to be the jump going out onto them. It pulls it towards the mid lane keep. That also will be the Ring of Frost, but unfortunately there's an anti-synergy with that Earthquake, or not the Earthquake, the Sundering as well. And now, without their Punisher, they need to back off. One of the Beatles doing God's work right there and making sure that BKB doesn't go down from that pulse round. Now Legacy in a bit of a rough spot. Cattle and friends are going to be stepping forward. They're probably calling for it and comms so loudly, but they're not able to get that right there. And they're starting to whittle down the shielding on this core. They do have the Archon form that is just about to end right there. Joanna stepping forward as well. That's going to be Blaze with the jet propulsion forward. With them cycling in and out of their Nexus, this is very, very hard to get the kill because they're getting a little bit of health and then coming back out. And so while all that's happening, they say, you know what? We have mid lane pressure. Let's just back off. We have a pause once again. Cat aggro must be OP. Whew. Hi, everybody. Yeah, Zuna was the one who did lag F. We'll find out our pause. Did I accidentally turn off chat? Why didn't I? You guys have no one said anything, and then just the admin was like, you guys have some pretty aggressive cats around here. Meanwhile, good boy he's just chilling. BKB keeps saying pause. What? Okay. We're back in it. Yeah, I do remember that. Bandit is not pleased with the cat aggro. Jane is going to be picked off right there, and we are back in our game as well. And now the 20 talent tier is here for the members of the Lost Boys. And can they step up and end this? Nice use of the Detainment Strike into the wall right there. BKB gets the burrow charge out. The core is starting to fall in pretty rapidly, I will say that. And let's see if they're going to be able to get this kill right here. Talking Tree's just lasering the core right now. It's going to be Rhaegar going down. Core starting to fall rapidly, and it looks like the members of the Lost Boys are going to be able to take game number 3. GG. Well played. Bandit best boy. Alrighty. Sorry. I had to mute myself for a second. Oh! Ooh. Oh my god, they are itching to get in this game. Hold on. Hi. I'm like, so the house, like, my house stays pretty cool throughout the day, but like right around 3 o'clock, it starts to get really, really hot. I think it's just because of the positioning of the sun and like how the trees mostly block the sun from hitting my house, but right around then, it just starts to beat down, and especially I think on the office and also this light, like it's probably nearing 80 degrees in this room. I'm so very hot right now, but thank you all so much for being here. I feel like TGG needs a beefier frontline, maybe, but maybe they were afraid of no damage into double support. I agree. That's actually a really, really good point, Lorelai D'Angelo. Like, I think a lot of teams look at it that way. That's how I would look at it. I go, okay, they have double support. We could build a beefy frontline, and these fights will go on forever, and I think they'll just sustain through it and kill us, or we go for more damage, and sometimes trying to push in the damage is worthwhile. Doesn't seem like that's going to be the case here, as let me just update the last little bit of information that I need to do on my end. Game number 4 is this one? Nope. Game number 4 is this one. Yes. All right. I'm remembering. I haven't done a best of 5 in a little bit here. Bandit has his analysis face on right now. He's watching. All right, Bandit. What do you think about game number 3 right there? And how do you feel like TGG can bring it back in our next game, our game number 4? Because personally, the Lost Boys, they're looking strong and they want to end right here. What do you think, bud? Fair points. All very, very fair points, Bandit. Just, it's concise, it's to the point, and he throws in a good joke in there, here and there. Joanna Blaze is a hard to break through without damage. Yeah, I agree. I mean, a hyper carried Tracer. We saw it. It hyper carried. Bandit, it was rough. Thank you, Tatsuki. Insightful. Good point. Yes. For anyone who doesn't know, and anyone who's excited for it, we have decided that we're going to be doing need Bandit Bork emote. Oh, I know that I have for my tier 2 and tier 3 subscription. I have Bandit emotes. Would you all be interested in me having a standard one? I'll make a note of it. I'll talk to some people. Alrighty. Oh, I need to let them know that I'm ready on my end. That's E. R. Spooky Worm. DC from the lobby. My analysis paled in comparison to Bandit. I think, you know what? I think if the HGC stayed around, some of the casters would have been a little nervous about their positions because his analytics are so on point that at one point I was getting phone calls like just contracts were flooding in, like the TI number 9, like the Dodo International. I had to deny that contract because I was asking Bandit and he was like, "No, I want more money." And I was like, "Dude, you're a dog." Stream always needs more Bandit. I agree, Tatsuki. But yes, I you know what? I say it's fair that we got. Sorry. One of the players isn't in the lobby immediately, so they added in an AI and go, "Cool, we're good to go." And they put it on Muradin as well. They put it as a recruit AI on Muradin. Oh, jeez. Bandit making moves? Oh, yeah. Bark boxes ain't cheap. No, they're not. And actually, Big Scary Duck, because of all the subscription that were, all the subs that were gifted today, which thank you so much to everyone who gifted subs. Like, my heart, like, I can't handle it. We are, like, immediately when this stream is over, I'm going to go on Amazon and order a Bark box for Bandit. So we'll have that at some point next week during our stream. But I seriously thank you all so much for the support this evening. Murabot lives again. Bark boxes ain't cheap, but when you all show support like this, I think I have to. Like, I don't think there's any other way. I hope to God that Bandit Gaming is still on Twitter. I just realized that. Also, I just said that live during a cast and someone else could take it from me. Fingers crossed. We're just waiting on one last player to get in here, and then we're going to be going into our potential final game of the evening. The Lost Boys have an advantage in our best of 5 series. They could potentially end it here, or Team Good Guys could take us to game 5. We're currently setting up in the lobby, and we need one player to join in, and then we will get rolling right into this. But I love you all, and thanks for being here. As always, if you haven't followed the channel already and you enjoy the content you're seeing, please go ahead and do so. I do a lot of casting on this channel. Don't steal it, chat. I need this. Hold on. Let's see here. I mean, we're waiting a little bit, right? Hold on. I'll do it on this monitor so I can see. Oh, wait. We got our last player. Actually, sorry. The person who sent me this jersey, I scrolled through Twitter. The first picture is them with a belt cup, and it's like a 7-Eleven like big gulp. But as I said, I do a lot of casting on this channel, and I really appreciate you all. Sorry, I was getting a message for something. Okay, cool. I'm going to say R again. Oops. BKB seems to think he's allowed to get up after every game and do aerobics. Oh, I see. Apparently BKB is like stretching right now. Does Bandit have a BarkBox referral code? No, he doesn't. Is that something I can get, Tatsuki? I got some work to do after the stream, apparently. Who listens to the needs of the human body anyways? I mean, mine's currently like, my stomach is just like growling, like, feed me, Seymour. And we'll get there. I had snacks in me. But I have to look into that, see if he has a referral code. That's not bad at all if I can get one for him. Oh, alrighty. What do we have here? Okay. Sorry, I'm making sure. I have a schedule thing that I want to make sure I'm okay on. Okay, cool. That's all set. Oh, okay, sorry. No, never mind. Where's our last player? See, they're doing what they do in fighting games, and they're giving them a they're doing. But hold on, this is important. Oh, really cool. Thank you so much, Totski. I'm just gonna minimize that, and I'm gonna take a look at that a little bit later and try and sign up for that for Bandit. I'm all set up on my end. We're ready to go. Okay, cool. All that's set up, and yay! But we are getting into what could potentially be our final matchup of the evening. We have, at maximum, 2 games left. So how about that sports ball? Let me know when you get one because I want to get it for Kappa. For Kappa? Absolutely. I'm probably going to set it up tonight, tomorrow. I need to send someone some highlight reel stuff, too. I keep forgetting about that. Today's been a long stream, everybody. It's been a good one and a long one. I'm having a blast with you all. Thanks for being here. Thanks for supporting. We're just waiting for our last member to get back in here. They're apparently doing some aerobics as they get ready for their final... Well, it could be their final game. Even the teammates are just like, I was like, did they go for a run? They're like, I have no idea, but I'm tilted. I called him. Or we're just saying I mean, technically a lot of teams do take a break at this point, but it's like, we're going. You're doing awesome. Thank you so much, Totski. I appreciate that. After this, I am going to drink all the beers and have all the burritos and all the bratwursts. He thought it was... Are you serious? He thought it was a best of 3? It is 2:42 a.m. in Germany. So apparently, they thought it was a best of 3. Oh, seriously, like our French caster, by the way, it's also... I think it's 3:42 for them as well, because it's 9 hour plus in France. Either way, we got game. Welcome back to Heroes Lounge S Division Day number 1. I am your caster, Bahamut. On the left-hand side, we've got the members of Lost Boys up 2 games in our best of 5 series, and on the right is going to be Team Good Guys up 1, trying to take us to Game 5. Let's see if they're going to be able to do it on Battlefield of Eternity. And for that note, on Battlefield of Eternity, if you're trying to figure out why we're here, and maybe you're curious about the other maps, I got you. The home team, they went ahead and lost the coin flip. First pick priority for game number 1 went over to the members of TGG. Sky Temple was banned out by them, and Alterac was banned out by the Lost Boys. Dragonshire was our first map chosen by the members of the Lost Boys and won by them. Towers of Doom was our second map, and it was won by the members of TGG. We had Infernal Shrines as our third map, and that was won by the members of the Lost Boys. And now we end up here on Battlefield of Eternity. The members of TGG opted for first pick in this game, so this is going to be the map pick for the Lost Boys. And I can hear that the draft is flying through, so let's actually jump back over to that one. Oh, come on. There we go. And a pick onto a Tracer on the opposing side, so just going to be stealing that away immediately. Samuro and Uther were banned on the left-hand side, and we have a Maiev, oh my god, Medivh, there we go, words are hard, ish, on the right-hand side with an Anubrak being banned out as well. Rip indeed. Seriously though, if it's almost 4 a.m. in Germany, I don't blame them being like, all right, cool, I'm done. Like, I got knocked out. Which also, speaking of being knocked out, while we have a Johanna and a Rainer being picked up on the left-hand side, the other thing that I want to highlight right here is this is the bottom of the bracket right now. The winner of this matchup will be going up against... crap. Close to death in our second match tomorrow. There we go. I was trying to remember off the top of my head. So, and whoever loses here. So, like, if TGG loses this map, they're going to be knocked out of the S Division playoffs, and that's their run. They take, I don't know how much percent of the prize pool. It's if you hit !info, it will give you the actual breakdown. If you scroll all the way down to that page, there's a spot right at the end where it actually has a breakdown. I know first place is 30% of the total prize pool for NA. So I think it's 30% of $10,000, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if they made it higher than 10,000, but I thought it was 10,000 NA, 10,000 Europe. Someone might be able to correct me on that one. Crap seems pretty... Huh? Did I say a team name wrong? My apologies. Either way, let's see this. We have a Tassadar being banned out because they're going to remove that double support and the buff or the duo of Tracer and Tassadar in there. Karazim is going to be removed as well because we've actually seen the members of the Lost Boys play that aggressively on this map. But Anduin and Thrall will be picked up on the left-hand side. Well, I know my Division C team name. Wait, what is it? Did I mess up? What did I accidentally say that is now a team name? All right, we're going to be... No, you forgot the team name and said crap instead. Oh, God. Sorry. Okay, I like that. Thank you so much. That's the thing is, like, when there's a delay, like, I miss out on, like, I'll say something and just be like, all right, 20 seconds later, I completely forget because I just keep moving on. Anyways, Tracer, Malfurion, Chen, Li Ming, Arthas. Really good aggression, strong in the solo lane with that Chen. Li Ming has reset potential. Tracer able to get in that backline and really start to heckle. I love it. Thank you, Tatsuki. Egregious Jones? I think I have that right. I'm sorry, I probably got that very wrong, but we have a Genji going to be picked up on the left-hand side, so they're going to have a reset of their own for the members of the Lost Boys. It's going to be 2-1 when it comes to our total scores. We are... hey, chat, how do you build Chen? Just a random question. Legacy. Legacy, why? Oh my god. Alright, let's pull this back. Apparently Bandit doesn't want to do breakdown and analysis. I'm sorry. You're not? You want to do a little more breakdown and analysis? Yeah? Do ya? I know I should be looking this way, but he's right there. He's just staring at me. He's just adorable. Thank you all for being here. I honestly... Erogenous, right? Erogenous Jones? I'm trying to... My brain doesn't want to put the letters together properly. I heard oh my god. Please. 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 I want a Wandering Keg game so bad. Let's find out if we're going to get it. On the left-hand side, up 2 games in our best-of-5 series, trying to close it out. We've got the members of the Lost Boys. Zergling is going to be on the Thrall. We have Talking Trees going to be on the Genji. Hosty is going to be on that Rainer. Cattle is going to be on the Johanna. And we have Collusion rounding out the team on the Anduin. On the right-hand side, trying to take us to game number 5, we've got Team Good Guys. Hao is going to be on the Chen. Noah is going to be on the Tracer. BKB is going to be on the Arthas. Deagle Dan will be on that Li Ming. And the ever-curious of Chen builds... Legacy is going to be playing that Malfurion. Let's go ahead and see what we get here. Look at this mini-map right now. We're going to be seeing this top lane. What is this wraparound that we're getting? Oh. Oh. This is happening. I know there's other things happening across the map, but this is happening. Do they know? Let's see. They know. They can see Talking Trees. Well, they could for a second there. I feel like Chen solo lane is super weak, even with Stagger in the addition to his toolkit, but that's going to be Anduin going down at the first blood of the game, and now... That's a very good first pick of the game right there, to be able to be like, alright, cool, you're out of there. And now Cattle going to be stepping forward. Ooh, hold on. Talking Trees coming back over here. And I think they were going for that well, but that's just not going to be the case. They come back down there. Like, you'll get more value in the friendly team down here. Try and poke on some of these backline members, and Talking Trees trying to get some damage right now. And they're actually going to have to use the agility over the wall. Deagle Dan going to throw out some missiles as well. And Thrall is going to be taking on that Fell Spirit right there coming out. Excuse me, Feral Spirit coming out right there. As Noah and How are going to be holding top lane for now. So it looks like it's a 2-3. And they're just going to run a 1-4, the standard on this map on the side of the Lost Boys. That's going to be the Impaler camp coming out here as well. They should be able to pick this up. I don't think BKB will be able to step up onto that, and they're going to be able to get Arcane Orb as well. Meanwhile, back in top lane, Zergling is getting pushed in pretty hard. They already lost one tower. The gate's more than halfway down, and so they're going to try and even out that pressure through the bottom lane with this Impaler camp as well as the front line of Cattle right now. Also going to be slowing down a couple members. That Chastise coming out to maybe dive in with Talking Trees. Weren't able to find it right there, so now they're going to look for a low health pool hero to try and get a reset on. Going to throw out those Shurikens and try and siege into this as best as a Genji can with the friendly team. Their siege isn't the strongest thing on Earth. Hosty does a good job of that, but they also do a great job of sustained damage into the enemy team. So they're going to have to kind of play around that. We do have 2 minutes. Oopsie. We are about 2 minutes and 30 seconds of the game near it, so we'll be having the Immortal announcement in just a moment here, as we are cruising on through this game. Very, very fast pace between these two teams. 4-4 in levels, very close. We only have 1 kill thus far, and it's going to be collusion on that Anduin. Camps are going to be almost simultaneously picked up here. I would say that the other side, yeah, they're burning on through this just as quickly, and they're both going to just wait. Actually, no, they're going to delay us out a little bit longer in top lane, take a bit more time. Legacy going to go ahead and Hearth back and get full on mana and get ready for the Immortal spawning. Also, delaying this out to the last possible minute is a very powerful tool because you're then able to then pull the enemy team further out of the lane. They're trying to stagger and drink through all that. Look at how much damage over time is on How. Will they be able to get to the... Nope. They tap the well, and the unfortunate thing, too, is that's going to be a 2-minute cooldown on that well, 120 seconds, so they'll have to wait through all of that. And they'll be back before that's up. Obviously, it's an 8-second death timer right now for the Chen, or a little bit longer than that, but that's how long they have currently. And that well, that sustain is not going to be there for a little bit, and if they need it during this Immortal phase, it's a little risky. Now, Cattle trying to anchor for the friendly team. They've already used the Iron Skin. They're mostly getting forced back. The healing will be good from Anduin. It's going to be a nice Divine Star coming out as well, and they're setting up for the race position. Hosty going to be on this left-hand side. No Exterminator for the Rainer here. They actually get the double Vengeful Root onto a couple members. Joanna just going to anchor and just eat that shot right there from Li Ming. Chen needs sustain buff to be viable. Wait, what? Nightbot, what a tool? What? Oh my god. Here, ShareBot. I love you. We are going to be having this Cattle getting stepped up on, and that's going to be the enemy team. There's a nice backline dive coming out, and the Leap of Faith to pull them in. The Pulse Bomb actually didn't connect in time, but that Leap of Faith will pull them into a better spot. They're trying to push up onto this. A lot of good damage going onto that Arthas right there. They had the Chastise follow up onto BKB, who needs to back off as well. They're doing a great job of defending this, but unfortunately, they need to work on their own, on the enemy Immortal, and once they send someone back for that, the enemy team will just step up. The healing is going to be great from Collusion as well. Did have to go back and tap their well. That is also going to be Thrall finishing out the Feral, or the Frostwolf pack at level 4 right there, so I believe it's cooldown reduction onto that, and Zergling in a bit of a rough spot. They don't have anything to heal themselves. Actually, Anduin going to be there with a flash heal, and they managed to sidestep the Arcane Orb, and nice Iron Skin coming out from the Joanna right there as well. BKB is low. They go ahead and they dive in. That's going to be a reset, and that's going to be Chen going down. They get the Rainer counter kill, and Li Ming gets 1 reset for themselves, but with that, they're going to have to be forced back, and 7 talent tier over the opposing side. They don't know where the enemy team is. You can see right now the vision for Cattle and friends, and this is just going to be them trying to step up onto this. They do see that the Immortal health on this right-hand side, this blue, is going down, so they know someone else is over there, and they just more or less want to take down the shielding. This will be first Immortal of the game going into bottom? Top. If anyone's curious how you can know that, it's the same thing as Braxis Holdout. The boss on Braxis or the Immortals on Infernal Shrines will always prioritize the most well-defended lane. So that's why I was checking bottom really quickly. You can see how much damage is on this gate in comparison to the top lane. So this is how you know the priority. The other thing to note too is the Immortal will attack from range. You can see that kind of glowish halo around them. That while that shield bar, that armor bar, that the shield bar is going to be full, they'll be at the they'll attack from range, and they'll kind of be floating backwards. Now you can see that they're stepping forward because they don't have that any further, and this is going to be Hosty and friends pushing in some pressure as well. We currently have this, oh my god, this Immortal's getting some decent siege in here, but they're managing to counter it very well. We are going to be having Arthas also getting a nice double Howling Blast. They didn't go into Frost Presence at level 1, they actually went into Rhyme, so they're going to have a little bit of that auto attack blocking, as that's going to be the Pulse Bomb going out into Hosty. Good healing coming out from Anduin. Noah having to use the recall, and they back off right there. BKB trying to get a lockdown into 1, isn't able to find it. Now they're going to be stepping forward. That's going to be a lot of good damage out from Kettle as well. They're trying to find their way into BKB. Nice Swift Strike onto the Arthas right there, and they're going to be able to pick up 1 kill. Can they siege in through this top lane a little bit harder? The one thing to note too is that Thrall and Chen are going to be battling it out in bottom lane. Genji dives over to this camp in top lane, and they'll be able to pick that up during this kind of pressure and poke in top. They're actually going to disengage and I think go back and get mana and... Oh, they're just going to tap well and just get set up for the pickup onto this. That's going to be Cattle just eating that orb right there and just being like, cool, you don't get the vision. You don't get any vision. We are going to be having, I'm just looking at the camps right now. No, I was expecting them to maybe break off and rotate for that, but they're actually going to go ahead and use this Impaler, push up through this, and now we have 9.5 to 9. A little bit of an experience gain in favor for the members of the Lost Boys. We're going to cycle through some of the other numbers because we'll see the 10 talent tiers pop up. Falling Sword, Light Bomb. We've seen the Lost Boys use this quite a bit throughout the Heroes Lounge S Division ever since Anduin has come out, and it's a very strong combo. We've seen Cattle, because what happens is Cattle goes into the Falling Sword, but the Light Bomb still applies. So the circle below them, you have 1 initial stun, I believe for 1.5 seconds from the Light Bomb, and then you have the Falling Sword stun, knock up, and all that. Howl going to kick out here, but Zergling holding bottom lane very, very well. They're actually going to try and push into Howl a little bit. Going to get another Feral Spirit into them. Meanwhile, in top lane, that's going to be just deep push. They managed to steal away the camp in their favor. No camp picked up on the left-hand side, but we are going to be having that 10 talents here just rounding the corner for the members of Team Good Guys. Do we see the barrel from Chen? Light Bomb coming out. That's going to be 1 right onto a few. That's going to be the Falling Sword as well. That's going to be a nice combo, but not a major amount of follow-up. Actually, no, they get with the Malfurion utilizing the Immortal Stun as well. Howl is a little bit low. They actually get into the Earth, Wind, and Fire right there. Talking Trees with the X Strike onto a few. One of that's going to be Arthas going down. Howl is going to be trying to get these Panda Pals right out of there, and they managed to do so. Deagle Dan also going to be on this Li Ming doing as much as they can. And Zergling and friends, I think, are just going to anchor and hold this over in their favor. Meanwhile, Hosty will just go ahead and use their Raider as well as themselves, and they're just going to push up onto this. I'm just curious really quickly. 32 damage. Okay.
I must find another way.
So far, a great game number 4. He probably thought Drink would be back up. Sorry, I'm missing a lot of this conversation, but thank you all for hanging out and chatting in chat. You beautiful humans. Alrighty, let's go ahead and see Cattle as they're going to be anchoring, stepping forward. Let's actually pull away the talents as well. I just want to actually check this. 1.5 seconds. Okay, cool. And that's going to be the Falling Sword as well. They're trying to work their way in this back lane. Once again, targeting Legacy, trying to get onto that support. Pulse Bomb goes out. There's nothing really for Cattle to use, and they go down right there. They need to find a kill here, or they're going to get bodied as the members of Team Good Guys are going to be stepping forward. Zergling and friends need to get out, but that is going to be a huge... Oh my god. The Death Coil, or the... Is it Death Coil? I think it's Death Coil from Arthas, just following Hosty from that... Leap of Faith. And the nice thing is, at least for the members of the Lost Boys, the death timers are pretty low, so they'll just kind of cycle around, play this safe. Hosty needs to watch themselves right here. Let's actually get vision for the members of the red team, see how they're going to be setting up for this. They're going straight for the burn. They don't actually have to worry about the halfway mark for the Immortal either, because that's already taken place. If they can manage to step up onto this, that'll be huge for them, but I think Raynor was trying to do that by themselves, and that might have been a rough play. Collusion won't have the Leap of Faith for a few more seconds. Cattle's now back and stepping up into the enemy team. They know this, and they're going to be coming down here as well. Talking Trees looking for a flank into this, and Deagle Dan and friends are coming down here. They get the deflect. Rainer's going to be going down below us as well. Or no, where did Raynor go? I completely lost Raynor on the minimap, or on the map. Sorry about that. That's going to be Noah getting some decent damage in as well. And the Talking Trees trying to find their way in. They actually stopped attacking the Immortal. No, it's going to be Chen on that potentially. Light Bomb, Falling Sword, 1 stun, 2nd stun. Zergling a little bit low. They need to get some damage onto this Immortal. I think they might be sacrificing themselves for it, and they managed to do so. Chen comes down here. No Wandering Keg, as noted before. Cattle taking a lot. They don't have Iron Skin. No, they do have Iron Skin. They pop it just in time. Nice Divine Star coming out from Collusion as well. That is going to be 17 seconds on the Thrall, which typically isn't used in these sieges. So just having, I like this. I really, really like this because they're just like, cool, our Thrall went down, but that's our solo laner. Chen's already deep pushing top lane so far back. You can actually see that right now, how far back they're in that top lane over there. They're now rotating into the friendly team. That's Thrall also going to be coming back here, but Tracer going down from Talking Trees, who dived very far into the back lane. Looking at Deagle Dan, this pressure onto Li Ming this close is extremely powerful, and now Hao is trying to push in. I really love that silence from Legacy. That was such a good silence right there. And now the Immortal gonna take out that well, sitting just above half its health, maybe sitting right around that 2/3 health. I'd say that's fair. Now gonna be sieging into this keep front gate. Trace will be back in 2 seconds. Arthas gonna be rotating in as well. Selexia, thank you so much for the 69 bits. I appreciate that, my friend. Thank you for supporting the stream. And Bandit, mostly Bandit. Collusion's gonna, or excuse me, that's gonna be Legacy getting caught by the Chastise from Collusion as the Sundering comes out. Lightning Bomb's gonna be in the backline. Genji going out there as well. Falling Sword confirms the kill into Malfurion. And now do they step further forward? Do they try and end with this? They have one stagger, or one death right there. At least they're gonna be going for the keep. They've got a good minion wave with them as well. Look at their posturing right now as well. Look at Talking Trees, how far forward they are. They want to try and pressure up on this. Look at Noah being targeted. That's gonna be the Pulse Bomb going out. They have the deflect, and Noah able to get out. There's no other way for them to dive. BKB with a Howling Blast not connecting. Pharaoh Spirit has, oh, unfortunately, it looks like our French caster has dropped, and that is going to be nice penetrating round onto Hao, who's trying to get into the Storm, Earth, and Fire, and that is going to be them going down. Welcome back to the French caster as the Arthas is going to be picked off as well. Talking Trees trying to dive out. Chastise goes out onto one. Noah not getting caught out by that, and now they're living around this core, and the death timers are long enough where I think they might be able to siege in. Nice use of the chain lightning there from the Thrall to pick up that Tracer, and I guess they'll just back off. They force this in quite a bit, and they're going to be going for the Hearth just to get back to full. Realistically, also, our Punisher, excuse me, our Immortal Phase should be popping up fairly soon. Enigmatic, how you doing? So with that, they're going to go, cool, let's go ahead and grab some camp pressure. Maybe Thrall jumps up onto this top lane as well. We get the vision right now for the members of the blue team. They know that Chen's in bottom lane. They don't know what's over here, and they don't really have a great way of scouting it outside of the Genji, who's got high mobility. As I said, the Immortal spawn should be fairly soon. They are going to be grabbing their Bruiser camp on the right-hand side. 16 talents here, not too far off in favor for the members of... Oh, he's a German caster. My apologies, my apologies. I thought he was a French caster. I swore that I saw that he was French. Sorry, Phoenix. Alright, let's see this dive in right now. Ooh, hold on, roots go out. Iron Skin's going to be used. That's going to be Storm, Earth, and Fire. That's going to be the Army of the Dead. Pop for the Arthas as well. That's going to be the Leap of Faith going in, but Genji ends up going down. Reset for Li Ming right there. That's going to be a huge... That was one with the... Oh my god. Falling Sword as well as the Light Bomb right there. I can say words. Arthas does go down, so they trade out 1 for 1 so far. Assassin for tank, and that's going to be Chen taking a decent amount of damage. They don't have any sort of heroic left, and now Hosty trying to get to the backline. Hao is going to be the target for them, I think. Trying to pepper him in, that's going to be the kill into Chen. With that, they start to step forward. Cattle very low, but the friendly team should be able to keep them alive. They don't have an Iron Skin. Nice juke from the Pulse Bomb, and they end up getting the kill regardless. Meanwhile, at the core, we are going to be having a lot of camps pushing in. 2 catapults are going to be going forward. One of them a little distracted right now, but the Shaman camp getting a lot of good value for them. It's going to be going down with the kill onto Li Ming and just the Arthas now back. They're going to be trying to go for the end onto this. Let's see if the members of the Lost Boys can end it right here. Cattle a little low, but they've got a lot of good healing. They're going to take out the Arthas. That's going to be the entire team down now. Catapults, God, this one catapult. The GGs are going to be thrown out, and that is going to be game number 4 going over to the members of the Lost Boys. GG. Oh, okay. All right. KDAs are important. It looks like Tracer's out, but that's going to be the game going over to the members of the Lost Boy. They knock out Team Good Guys from our tournament, and they progress back into the main bracket. GG. Well played. Yo, Pally, how's it going? Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out. Selexia, once again, thank you so much for the 69 bits. Oh, there we go. Okay, things don't want to load. Alrighty, I need to just tab around and clear some stuff out. Alrighty, everyone, so for tomorrow morning,